looks all available, so people can enjoy the beauty that is me. Hopefully we're already online, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, it seems we are on stream at the moment. Yeah,
as I can tell, it's those
Yay!
bastards from Hot RPG jacking our stream.
Yes, technical issues. We are back, and we're late. 10 minutes late. 12. Oh dear.
I just want to throw out
my apologies.
It's not sexy.
Yeah. My apologies, but as you can see, this is not the standard place where I'm usually streaming from. So while I do have the interface and the stuff on, unfortunately, apparently the connection is not compatible with Twitch some way. So we actually have to reroute through another member of the Lawful Stupid community. And that leads us to here. Yeah. So we don't have access to the proper overlay. So Jade is hosting us. Thanks. Or is it that one? Yeah. He's hosting us, and we're just about spoken out. On that note, it's a bit of a sad news, as we will be leaving Lawful Stupid in 3 weeks now. We have next week's show we are still going to have on schedule. And the week after that, we're going to have a break week, like we threatened to do a few weeks ago. So it's going to be a break. And after that, we'll be on our own service. That would be To Die For RPG, which is 2D4 RPG. If some of you players can write that down. the people watching. Yeah. To Die For RPG. It's all in together, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll be streaming there, but not yet. After 3 weeks, the third. Yeah, next week is on schedule. The week after that is break week, and then we are on our own channel doing our own thing. We love the Lawful Stupid community. We just felt like we want to do this on our own. No. Other than that, welcome to the Babylon Project stream. Happy to have you here. And like you, unfortunately, you will not be able to see the combat screen, even though we are having a start of the combat. Space combat.
We're going to have our first space combat. It's going to be glorious. So bear with us while we go through the rules. If I remember correctly, they're quite involved. So we'll be learning as you guys are learning.
Yeah. So first of all, I do believe last episode we were left off when our magnificent crew arrived to Ikara system, orbiting the local barren planet over which above the planet, orbiting it in a slow motion. Soon after discovering this wreckage, they discovered an open jump vortex, which was bringing in an unknown silhouette of a spaceship. And from the planet's surface, they received a message: "Hope you can fight." And that is where we were left off.
I feel like that was a dick move.
That was a great move.
Hope you can fight.
Do we know where the transmission came from?
That was on the surface, I think.
Yeah, for the planet side.
Oh, planet side. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. There apparently was a sound loss there for a moment. I don't know what part was lost.
Yes, it's fixed now.
Yeah. Well, did they miss some explanation there?
Yeah.
Didn't need to go over.
I don't think it was like it wasn't gone long. So
fair enough. So all right. I do believe it is up to you to decide what to do. Currently the
absolutely. Cut to the
enemy
cut to the
is
bridge scene.
Distance between you and the enemy is the maximum range. Let me just pop open the
what is
combat
maximum
screen for
range?
you.
That is important for what I may do next.
So we're talking more than like 50,000 then.
What do you have there, man? Is that like a small book, or that looks way too big to be a phone? Ah, right, it's a tablet. I got you. Like a Kindle? Yeah, good man.
Okay, so
This is
Go
what
shit.
this is
going all out.
this
we're
is what
50,000 miles away,
Mhm.
kilometers away. I'm sorry.
This is going great. This is going great.
This is
I
what
like
I
it.
use for storing all my PDFs for games.
It's fine. It's
So
fine.
there is a blip on the screen at distant range, a bit over 50,000 kilometers from your position.
All right, everybody. Battle stations. We got something spooky. We got a lock on ourselves. I want evasive actions. I want everybody on their positions. Freja, Femi, get in the pilot seat and get us closer and dodge us out of here.
Oh yeah, Captain. And Freja has been on the pilot seat like from the moment. Hey, we have an unknown contact. Oh yeah, it's a fact.
Captain,
the
commands.
Drazi is most excited.
Very good, Malone. Yes, what the Colonel said. Everyone, battle stations, get ready. I'd like evasive action, and someone get me on signals, intelligence, and try and recognize that ship. We need to know what we're up against. Everyone, get to it.
I feel like the way you talk, I feel like you should have like a single malt like whiskey, just like
a single malt whiskey, and a cigar, and a small cat that I stroke.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel I'm a little bit more like a henchman than a criminal, like a mastermind. You could be the mastermind.
Okay.
The man behind the throne.
All right. So, like, does our pilot make this check himself, or do I assist with him with us getting closer to said ship?
How far is our turrets actually reach? What's the range on them? Actually, I probably should know that.
Yeah.
Your range should be long, unless I am quite mistaken by your weapon choices.
Okay, so technically we're good now because we haven't actually started battle, so we don't need to roll initiative yet.
No one is in battle range yet, so you're free to act. Well, actually,
they've got a lock on us though. They have their weapons are locking on us, if I recall.
Yes, that is true. That is what your communications officer said, or the census officer, more correctly.
Yeah.
So the space combat works in brackets of 1 minute. This is not your usual 6-second shootouts, which is quite standard in most RPGs nowadays. 6 seconds is a long time, but in space, you only act once a minute.
Can we just start acting now, or do we need
Yes,
to be in, like,
please. What are your orders? I do believe you asked somebody to identify the ship. That would be actually first job. So, unfortunately, I don't have my dice here. Somebody roll for me, please.
Yeah, sure, man. What do you need?
2d4 or 2d6.
2d6, please.
11.
Configuration is unknown, Commander, but I do manage to figure out that they have 2 turrets on their ship comparable to ours. They have, I assume, the same range, but they seem to be separating into 3 vessels.
Oh boy, they're splitting up, folks. I'm gonna need some help on the other turret then.
I'm just gonna go. Fine, I'll get on it. In that case.
Yep, be useful for once in your life.
Shut up, Femi. No, just straighten the jacket up and like walk over. And I'm actually just looking at. I'm assuming we have taken off all the peelings off this thing, or have we not touched it yet?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it's still
we
got the
did.
plastic sheeting on it, you know.
Only for
Take it
the
off.
other one. You have 2 of them.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's what's good.
That's actually very accurate. I only shot one of them.
Yeah. So I'm just actually start trying to pull up the systems, but I'll probably be a wee bit hesitancy as it's not in the standard Centauri setup, of course.
Obviously not. This is a clumsy human design.
Yeah.
Not even brush polish. Oh, a barbarians.
Yeah.
How do they manage with all this steel? It's ugly as shit.
So can I? All right. So which step were you on right now?
Step 1 movement, step 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless I'm mistaken.
Yes. They actually move to very long distance during this round.
Oh, so we have to chase them up then, right? To catch
Yeah,
up.
They got from distant to closer. You should actually see them on 20.
Yeah,
They are approaching you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, dope. So, what happens next? Do we each do something in the movement phase?
Well, you can try to fire your weapons, but as your effective range is long, you're going to suffer a -2 penalty additional.
Can I use my? Can we use my? At this point, can we use my rally, or not my rally, but my the thing that I do to inspire everybody?
Leadership.
That's it.
Administration.
Words.
We shuffle their paperwork.
Yeah.
Leadership. There it is. Social, I think. All right, everybody. Shit's about to get real. Get on it. Uh-oh. This is not good. It's not bringing up a thing. Roll 20. Why you always mess me up?
So we could listen to you complain all day
There we go.
long.
Boom.
Yes, you're definitely all right. That's going to affect all of you guys' initiative by giving you +1 on your initiative check next round. So yay! No, wait, sorry. Leadership gave you 1 boon die to give to your group during this round, so you can just dole out boons like no one's business.
I think of my boon when
So one boon for the entire group to use. Center myself.
Worth it. So worth it.
Okay. All right. That means does somebody want to roll military tactics? Since you're leadershiping, you can't do tactics.
You mean I can't do both?
Else? No.
One
you
thing
focus on one or the other.
thing around, I think.
That'd probably be then me, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Use your extensive Centauri military training to tactic yourself out of this situation.
I know you can be useful. I believe in you.
Just, I'm trying to look at where they've positioned their turrets. Are they like on like the same plane, or they can cover multiple angles? Because I know we said there's 2 turrets, but have we got
one's on each side of ours? One's on each side of our ship, so that we could fire arc left, fire arc. I'm sorry, after port.
On the game mechanics point of view, it's irrelevant as the round is 6 minutes, so it involves you going around and about. So you're turning and twisting. You're never staying still in space combat unless you're dumb.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, standing still is not a good idea when you're in a
firefight. Also lets you know that the other 2 ships that detached are probably fighter craft, as they are so much smaller and seem to be moving much faster than the Mothership.
Oh.
So there, I'm just gonna go with. I'm just looking at the situation. I'm going. target the fighter craft first. They'll be weaker to our weapons.
That's a great idea.
So as they in the long range, next, do you want to do any other preparations? Oh, did you roll that military tactics yet?
I am just about to do so. There's my tactics and military. Should be coming up.
Ah, that's a plus 3
That's a 10.
on your initiative.
We rolled a 10. That is awesome.
It's plus 3 to your initiative check. So let's see which one of you wins.
Oh, initiative.
I'm pretty sure it's you, unless you totally botched that roll.
Even if
Because they managed to roll a 4 without their bonuses. Their bonuses are a secret, so you might find out. So, but that's if you roll average, you're probably going to win.
So who's rolling for this?
That I do believe that would be the
Pilot?
pilot who rolls that. So that's actually Freja. So roll me a pilot check with the +3 modifier.
+3. Roll. That's a 12.
Nice flying, Freja.
Unfortunately, while you are much better at it, you don't get 2 rounds in this game. You only get the 1 round to be faster than they are. So as they enter long range, the combat begins in earnest. They
Nice.
arrive in a small formation. And since you got to go first, let's go to the shooting phase. With you guys starting.
Okay.
You know what?
So each of us can take an action in each phase of the combat.
Exactly.
Yes. All right.
There is attack step, so you have several actions. Well, attack and evasive action by pilot. Since Femi is on the pilot seat, I'll let you be in charge of what the pilots do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's the cheat sheet in the for space combat in the
And the roll
Okay.
20 stuff.
So I can spend 1 thrust to add pilot skill rank to a penalty to single enemy attack.
I'm going to switch to a different command.
So you save thrust for the enemy attack phase,
Okay.
or you use it to move yourself in the system closer or nearer than closer or further from the enemy.
Okay.
You only have 1 thrust, so make that choice count.
I
All right. So basically, we can only do 1 circle maneuver each turn, right? Okay.
Yep. Unfortunately, your ship is a slug. At least it's not the 0.
Wouldn't that just mean we're sitting still? I don't like the sound of that.
yeah, I know. This,
Thrust
think about-
0 is actually like slowly moving space stations. They're barely maintaining orbit. So they have little maneuverability, but not enough to like do dodging actions.
Fair
You still can move, negate gravity. So what it means that with thrust, when you're not using thrust for anything, you're just maintaining a steady course until something changes when you use the thrust to dock and view other way.
okay, so question, because I was looking at this. Can you, because I see it says, okay, so you do the attack step and then you do your action step after that?
Yeah, action phase is after the attack phase.
I feel like that's backwards.
That's
but
by
okay.
intention. Yeah, I
Right.
know. It's how they thought about the system. So, yeah. The good
Alright.
news during the last round, I forgot to mention, the Fair managed to untangle the weapons lock of the enemy.
All right.
Because that was totally not written for the plot to happen. So
Okay.
How many? Right before I ship, how many attack stations do we have? How many turrets? We have two
You have
turrets,
two
so
turrets.
2 attacks. Is this how it works?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Landas and I got this, buddy. Come on.
Okay.
So I guess
You
it's
may-
what,
that shot.
you may fire your weapons. Sorry, you may fire when ready.
All right. In
Fire
that
at
case, here we go. Ooh, not good.
Did you count the -2 for the distance?
No, I did not do a -2, so we could just add it right now for the distance.
It's
However,
a total of 3, and that goes wide.
if I choose my boon now, that's after the roll. Doesn't matter. Let's just ignore it. I'm good with that.
Yeah, you have to give the boon before the roll. So
I realize that.
Yep.
Damn it, I missed.
next is Whimsy. You may give a boon. Sorry, you may not Whimsy. Landas is shooting. Sorry.
All right.
It's about so.
So I forgot to also mention that pulse cannons get a +2 bonus on attack. So at this range, it's ±0.
Yeah. So it's my gunner roll. Then a summon. So modifier is 0.
Do you want to give boon to this, or do you want to save it? No. Never mind. That hits. That hits the enemy.
For damage, total of it should be about. It's 2d6 + 2. Whoa.
2d6. Period. No bonus to damage.
No bonus to damage.
2d6 helps if I type the right die number. 7 damage.
All right, 7 damage. It is not enough to warrant the critical hit. So,
I'm just going right. Come to me. Closer.
oh wait, you were shooting at the fighters. Never mind, that actually warrants a critical hit. I thought you were hitting the main ship. Right.
No, I'm trying to stop. I know what fighters can do.
So
I'm trying to get rid of them before they come in behind and disable us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, since I said it hit, that guy was stupid enough not to dodge that, thinking it will go wide. So how about you roll me a location? That would be.
What is that? Another d6 or?
Damn it! That was supposed to be 2d6.
2d6. Okay.
Or do die 6. We should really start using do that.
Frog's gonna wants fighting noises, so who's gonna be on like the boombox?
Oh, I can do it.
Okay. You damaged the fighter's armor. Congratulations. The armor on the fighter is one less. So some armor plating is floating behind it as it flies forward. All right. Next is I believe. Does anyone else have an action this phase? No.
During the attack phase? No.
Yeah. Then they do their attack phase. Their main ship fires its double twin cannons. Malone, wanna do me 2 rolls of an attack, please?
Yeah, can do. Oh, really? All right.
Since you have the damage and all those things ready.
Yes, I do. There's 1, there's 2, and then I go over here and then I push 0. There's 0. I mean, there's not a 0 modifier right now, right?
Yeah, 0 modifier.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
1 hit
one
for 1
shot
damage.
Hits. I think your damage die is wrong on that.
It's 2d. It's
1d6.
It's making d6 damage, not 2d6.
Oh, you know what? You are correct.
So let me just roll a
you
d6.
you asked me to roll it again. Well, here we go. Roll this. There you go. So total 5 damage.
Yeah. They managed to do a hit from. Wait. Before that happens, we should actually remind people that before they roll their dice, you can say, "Hey, I dodged this attack." And,
Yeah, reaction. We have a reaction, right?
Yeah,
Hey.
you can.
I dodged this attack.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, well, we'll let that slide as that would have done no damage to you anyway. So you
Okay.
managed to barrel roll around that with your Jacaranda, which is like, that ship can move in such a fashion? How preposterous! Isn't that
wait.
supposed to be a yacht?
Because you rolled it, can we all lean to the left on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Now is not the time to be playing corners, Colonel.
Sorry, I'm just wanting to get into this, guys. That's all.
Are we talking our left or the audience's left? That's what I think we got.
That's a good question.
It's our
there's
left.
no
I would have
left and
said
right.
stage. I would have said stage left. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on.
Right. Okay. Right. I do believe that both attacks miss you as well as you missed them. Oh, except
Get us in closer. We need to get.
So next is action step, which means all of you can do an action. This is separate from your gunner check, so you can do one of these as well. No, you can't. Sorry, you have to do one or the other. No, both.
Okay.
So
So me basically. Huh?
yeah, no, you and Zadora actually.
I will do the. Was it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're not piloting Freja is piloting. You're just the assistant pilot. Yeah.
Remove sensor lock with no, not that one.
Already removed. So, okay.
Oh, there's sensors already removed.
Yep.
Okay. Then I don't have anything to do.
Well,
You
how about
could
we
acquire lock?
sensor lock, or electronic warfare is good,
Yeah,
especially since we have a lot of electronics people.
Yeah, I will. Do I have sensors? I don't have sensors. But I
That
have
gems the
electronics.
comms, though, right?
Who me? No, I have electronics. Electronics, just pure electronics.
Yeah, you have 0 in that one.
Yeah, but I have like a high education, so it's like, yeah.
It appears to be either intelligence or education, so you would roll your raw education. Pretty much.
I think you took an undergraduate paper in this at university.
I mean, the
Still
cycle
coming back now.
many things.
You get a
yeah.
+1 from aid from fear. So
Yeah, so I'll do the sensor lock on them.
okay.
Yes. So education plus electronics. I will. You said I get a +1 from fear?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 2 1s. That's
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all, my friend. Unfortunately, the enemy ship seems to be using stealth technology you're not quite familiar with, and you're unable to establish a proper locking pattern. Or that's your excuse anyway.
Maybe we're too far away. I mean, we're still like heading towards each other like this.
Yeah. That's my excuse. We're too far away. I need to be close, Captain. Closer, Captain.
Closer, Captain. Closer. So, Zadora, anything you want to do?
Yeah, sure. Can I do, I guess, non-cheat sheet actions to affect stuff, or are we limited to this?
You are in no way limited to the actions unless these are suggestions. You may do other things, and I will have to just judge you on your performance.
Okay, awesome.
Use your noodle.
Yeah. Okay, I'd like to roll tactics, education. You know, Zadora has actually been in space battles before. He's a military veteran. It's how he lost his eye, as he likes to tell everyone. What would be the sensible thing to do at this stage, other than turning tail and fleeing?
There's 3 versus 1.
Yeah, well, roll me dice. Let's see what happens.
Absolutely. It reminds me just of the simulation that I went through, and it's all flooding back now.
Yes. If these are indeed space pirates, as most people would assume them to be, they will not fight to their deaths. So if you seem to be too much of a porcupine, they might just leave to save their hides, so to say. So essentially, you want to cripple them or show them you have teeth. You might be able to
blow them out of the air, boys. That'll show them who's in charge, that we're not some helpless merchant ship.
Yes, you actually increase your initiative for next round, so because of the tactics naval. So you are even in higher lead, so they can't actually beat you in your initiative. Which means I should actually be telling them what they are planning on doing, so you can counteract that. Anyway, remind me of that next term. So next step is they try to sensor lock you guys.
Nice.
Let's see how that goes, and that's a no. No dodo for them. They are unable to effectively maintain lock on you as well as you on them.
Right.
Yeah. Captain, there's still technology is far superior to ours. We must get closer at once. And it is now.
I'm like typing into the chat whatever we roll.
Another 2d6 plus 2.
There is no initiative as you retain the initiative from last round.
Yes. Maneuver step.
I do believe that is the case. So if I'm wrong, somebody please tell me so.
So it's always mover, attack, and then action.
Okay, so we're moving closer to them. Is that?
Oh yeah. Let's get right into them. Let's get right.
Yeah.
Or do you want to retain your dodge? Because that one thrust, they are coming for you. You don't need to go closer.
Okay, then yeah, I'm like, we're just gonna be like, okay, we're saying we're just in that movement where we're ready to dodge out the way just in case, but we're just doing whatever ships do. We're just kind of floating in the air.
Yeah. Initiative is only rolled when joining combat, but adjusted every round. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Architect, what I have there in my background is actually a lifetime of accumulation. It's just that I try to keep all my stuff to about a 23 kg bag and one of those big plastic containers because I move around quite a bit. So you might be able to see it over my shoulder. That's most of my worldly possessions outside of my clothes.
That's pretty neat, actually. Okay. So I do believe you are in the lead. Their attempts to convince their crew to be faster are not successful, so they're even less in the lead. So now it is. So what they are doing, they are coming closer, and they are planning on firing on you. So maneuver step first. So essentially, they are coming closer. You do not know whether or not they're saving thrust for dodging. Last round, they didn't seem to. So this round, yeah.
Wait, for a maneuver, can we either choose evasive actions or aid gunners?
You could actually use a thrust to aid gunners, but you only have one thrust to do maneuver actions with.
Yeah, so we wouldn't be able to dodge later if we did that.
That is true. You can either reserve it for dodging or you can blow it.
Or you guys.
I'm in charge of firing the button of the turrets.
Yeah, I would say we just keep the dodge just in case thing.
Yeah.
There's still three of them, one of us. So
that's true. Good call.
So the enemy big ship is retaining its position in long range, but the two fighter crafts are in medium.
Okay.
Nice. We're gonna keep firing at these fighter crafts, medium. What's the next step? Are we on? Who's next?
It's us.
That would be attack step. They are firing at you. the small ones, not yet. The big one is keeping on firing its two turrets at you.
Okay, so
that's what they're gonna do, but you get that first.
okay.
So I've been keeping track of the wad nats I hit, and I'm just gonna track it again and again and go, right. Time for you to disappear. And I'm just hitting the button there. When I think I've got actual lock. There.
Firing on them.
Mm-hmm.
Fire at will.
There we go.
I'm assuming there's no modifiers for this.
There's actually a +2 modifier from your pulse cannon, but the medium range is no penalties, and pulse cannon gives you +2. So that would be a hit, except the guy is dodging.
Actually, that was my roll. That was not. That's his roll.
Sorry. Yeah, same result actually. Yeah, they dodge your near hits. And you guys are unable to take down the fighter. Quite yet.
Oof. Or just keep on.
Yeah, then the big gun is shooting at it. Yeah. Noah, can you do the check, please? Twice. Which one are you dodging? First or the second?
The big one. The one from the massive. Wait, I'm assuming the one from the mothership is the one where
They both are from the mothership. It has 2 guns.
Oh, the first one then, I suppose. It's always dodge the first shot.
Yeah, so they get a -1 on the first attack and no penalties for the other one.
Yep.
Or was it the pilot's skill modifier but thrust?
Thrust add pilot skill rank as a penalty to a single enemy attack.
Okay, then that's a -2 on the first attack.
All right, -2 on the first one. I kind of want to do, if you guys don't mind, Bane on the second one.
No. You have to do an action to provide that.
All right, never mind. So
you
we
haven't
can't
done
Bane
anything
them.
to judge.
Okay, no problem. And here's the second shot right there.
Okay, first one is a clear miss, and the second one is a grazing hit, so that is a damage roll. And that's 7. That is actually 1 damage through. You have 6 points of armor, so you are damaged, boys.
Whoa! See, that's why I was gonna. That's why I was trying to Bane them.
We're taking hits.
We're taking now.
Hull breach.
You know what? We got an engineering guy.
Game over.
No. Time out. Oh, who's this guy? Degar, I think he's our engineer. Degar, status report. Go check out what get damaged. I'm just gonna send them over there.
Okay, right. It's the next is action step, and they are going to try and re-establish weapons lock on your systems. And other than that, the things they do are unavailable to you.
Same thing.
That doesn't sound nice.
Yeah.
Weapons lock.
You can go first.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Do I do weapons lock or do I try to do psychic mumbo jumbo?
I like psychic mumbo jumbo. I think it adds an element of horror to the game that is lacking up until now.
Oh.
I do believe they are too far away for you to be able to pinpoint them with your vision.
I mean,
even through a window.
I mean, what distance are they from me? Or from the ship?
More than 1,200 kilometers. So, like over 900 miles, between 900 and 9,000 miles.
900 and 9,000 miles. So
yeah, that's a big variance. That's a bit of a variance.
I mean, technically, if I dump like 2 more points of my psychic strength, it increases the distance up to that much. But I would.
Okay. If you do that, then
I
fine.
Melt your brain.
No, I'm not going to melt my brain today.
You sure about that? I mean, we really could use you
Yeah.
melting your brain today.
This is what I like.
Yeah.
Not today.
Hello. Welcome to our take of scanners.
Yeah. So I will try to lock on to the big one again.
All right.
Sensors lock. Electronics education. And yeah. Is it still the +1 or just that's gone now?
Yeah, it's still +1 from fear.
Okay. 13.
You have a weapons lock. Congratulations. You may choose one of the fighters to give an additional weapons lock too, because I'm a generous god.
Nice. You are being very generous.
Yes. Which
I need some
which
blood
fighter?
sacrifice.
The fighter, the one is damaged.
Okay.
Yeah, the damaged fighter is also locked. So. Yeah.
All right,
fair enough.
it's all you. What
That
do you-
means that's a free boon on both of those because of the weapons lock.
Ooh. Nice. Is it time to shoot then?
It is indeed time to shoot them.
All right.
I'll let you go first. No.
Yes, so
Do we
you
get a
have two
bonus
targets.
or anything? What kind of?
You have two targets in
Just
lock.
bonus, man.
One of them is in long range, and one of them is in medium range. And
Oh, it's just a boon. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a boon. You get a
Nice.
+2. You get the +2 from the distance. So that
So
also
that makes it a
counts.
7 then. A 7, and my boon would make it a 4 + 4 is 8. 8 + 2 is 10.
No, yeah. So it increases your 7 to a 10. And that hits by a 1. 1.
Nice.
So you get +1 to your damage.
All right, so that makes it a
That's a total of 7 damage.
yeah.
It's not enough to take it down, but it's enough to give it another whatchamacallit?
Smoke's coming out of it, or space smoke, whatever.
Yeah, critical hit. So 2d6. Oh, actually 2 criticals because you did that damage and you went over the board. So yeah. 2 critical hits. Roll me 2d6 twice. You die 6.
Roll. Oh boy, here we go. I'm gonna have to roll 2 die 6. And I'm gonna do it again. 7 and a 6.
So it loses more armor and it takes hull damage. Oh, I need to check out what that does. I don't remember that off from my heart. Hull. Yeah,
Good
armor
luck,
just-
Femi.
Ooh,
was a
armor
great
is reduced by D3, so it no longer has armor. Hull suffers 2d6 additional damage. Okay, that thing is done. That thing is boom. Just in the sky.
I just imagine that I just like hear a bunch of like mines just screaming in my head, and I enjoy it.
Is that the fighter that was being targeted or destroyed?
That was a fighter. That's gone.
Okay.
That's no longer there.
One
Yeah,
fighter left.
Enjoy the death of the mundanes.
Yeah, only one fighter left, and that is Landas.
Yeah.
There's a big one, and there's the unlocked small one.
Mm. I'm not going to waste the lock there. So I'm going to notice the lock. I'm going to go bigger target, bigger fish. Line it up. Fire. And
Boon it.
Mhm.
I'm booning it also, of course.
Nice. All right. So
Thanks
no
for the-
modifiers.
Yeah. So it's gonna no modifiers.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
There's no modifiers on that, and you get a +2, and the boon is doing nothing, but that's
You
no
rolled a 5, a 5, and a
modifiers
5.
because it's long range, so that's 11 against its dodging skill. So it's not a
Here's some
critical
damage.
hit, but it's a hit.
Okay.
There's the damage right there. 2 5s. Jesus.
10 points of damage.
Good hit.
That is enough to justify a critical hit. So roll me 2d6. 2d6.
There it is. 3, sorry.
Twice.
Fuel tank.
Oh, no, never mind.
It loses fuel. It's leaking fuel into the internet. I mean, in the space,
That's
the interplanetary space.
What? Does anyone have a lighter?
Okay. Next up is I do believe action step.
Yep.
No, wait. They shoot.
Oh, of course. Oh, of course.
Oh no!
They shoot us now.
I don't like this phase of combat. I like the other phase more.
I know. I just think we're blowing stuff up.
I'm sure, Wooster, they're entirely demoralized now and they're wanting to run back.
It's just,
It's
kind of funny.
Unfortunately, while you do destroy both fighters, they also shoot on this round as your shots only connect after they've been able to shoot. This space combat, you both shoot, and then you just determine the effects in order of initiative. You shoot at the same time. So both of them manage to shoot an energy blast coming towards you. They, however, do not reach you yet. They will reach you next round.
Oh boy.
Let's make a couple of tiny warheads here.
When a mummy warhead and a daddy warhead love each other very much.
But then, which one's which now? This is the thing that's getting a wee bit.
Yeah, the small ones are the warheads.
Of course. Sorry. Yeah.
It's intentionally being the same because that's your radar screen. You only see blips on it.
Of course, we're in the center. I'm forgetting about that.
No, okay. Now, the big guy shoots the threats at you again. Malone, can you give me the checks, please?
Yes, sir. 2 of them? Or how many?
2 of them, yeah.
Okay, here's 1, here's 2, and then I got to go over here and hit 0 modifier on both of them, correct?
Yes, please.
A 9 and a 5.
Okay. I'm assuming you're spending your dodge on the 1-9. The first again. So that is reducing the effect to less than what it takes to hit. So they aren't hitting you this time. Because Freja's skill is 2. Yay!
I believe it's always a good idea to dodge the very first hit. Always.
The first attack anyway. You don't get to choose if it's
no, right.
against...
I mean, that's what I meant. Like, if they fire once, try to avoid that. I know this from like...
always dodge 1 attack. Unless they have different types of weapons. You might want to dodge the big doom laser instead of the small pew pew.
You know what Captain Kirk said? Sting like a missile, dance like a bee.
I thought it was...
Right.
Yeah.
Who's this Captain Kirk you're talking about?
Oh, he's famous. Haven't you heard?
Oh, yeah.
Freja said, wrong franchise, you dumbass. Whee! Magic!
Freja the Hut, yes?
Oh, we're getting personal, are we, Mr.
We wonder why the show creators don't turn up on the channel.
Yeah, bad. I named my kid as a cameo off of one of our show, but that's as far as I'm going to meta it.
Now, next step is, I believe, action step. Your guys' actions.
Absolutely. Jaddo, get your pointy head on those missiles coming towards us and deal with them.
Yes, sir. So Jaddo is not available to assist with any sensor lock abilities, so only one of you can actually use sensors at a time. Would you like to give assistance, Mr.
Yeah,
Dran?
absolutely.
So he gets a +1, so somebody roll me a sensor check with a +2 bonus.
What?
Now, sorry, +3 bonus on sensors. So I'm just going to roll that. Never mind. Let's see what this ends up with.
Fine.
Well, okay.
It was reasonably hard.
We would take that. We would take that.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom. That guy is definitely earning his paycheck. Am I right?
Wow, he rolled a 6 and a 6 and a nat. I love it.
I feel like we have to like give these guys bonuses every month because they do things that are just like exceeding expectations.
Yeah,
It's almost like they're better than we are at the.
They are. You really are. They're professionals and we're amateurs, clearly.
Yeah.
Yes, they're paid professionals. So
yeah.
Guys, we just hire the best. We're good at hiring.
So that the viewers, while normally they would only be able to affect one salvo per check, but this is going over and beyond. It's a double 6, so I'm calling the roll of cool, and he's just energy missiles. What are these, barbarians?
I approve.
Yeah. And space is full of not full of, just has 2 more stars in it for a while. And yes, other actions this round?
One more. Can we do a repair system check?
You don't have any systems that are damaged. You
Are
only
we
have hull damage.
damaged? Was that just armor plating or something?
We just got like what?
Just a
like a little graze. Small
Just
graze.
Some support
narratively
beams buckled.
got
Some
narratively
paint
grazed.
was lost, so it's mostly superficial.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
most traveling parties will not even bother with 1 point of damage. Like, just leave it there.
So we still have so we still have the small ship and then the big ship, correct?
Oh yeah, the small ship blew up. Let me just remove that from the screen.
Okay.
My bad.
So they still want to fight us?
This is the action step. If they're doing something you don't know the results of.
Okay, so can I do something?
Yeah, please.
Sure. All right. I want to. I mean, there's really nothing for me to do. We've got our sensor lock.
We could boost. Something like so that we could get better damage or better maneuverability. Overload the drive, overload the plant, stuff like that.
I feel like that would be like a horrible idea. So let's do it. Overload the drive.
The thrust, that only gives us thrust though, right?
Thrust up to 11.
Increase power points by 10%, minimum 1 for 1 round. Oh no.
Yeah, you don't have a problem with power points at the moment.
Yeah, increase thrust by 1 + 1 for 1 round. Come with negative -2 per attempt, may cause damage. May cause damage.
You're right, architect.
Not high.
It's just exploitation of NPC labor is really what we're about as a ship. We say we're a cooperative, but that's just primarily PR.
I'm throwing out that I'm not trained in engineering either.
Am I reading these correctly? That I'm just because this is new to us. If we overload the drive, that's basically saying, hey, you get a better chance at evasion, but there's a chance of fuck up. Or if we overload the plant, there's a better chance of damage that we do, but there's a chance of fuck up.
No. When you want to overload your plant is when you have more systems than you can power normally. So if you want to power your jump drive and your guns at the same time, that's not usually good, or mostly your maneuver drive and your jump drive. If you want to power those simultaneously, usually ships are not designed to have the power to run those systems at the same time. So you want to, we need more juice. We need more juice. Or
One
your
more
power
question.
plant is damaged and you need more juice to fuel your guns. some
Gotcha.
situation.
All right, one more question then. The electronic warfare sensors, does that remove any locks that they, or has the ability to remove any locks that they might have on us?
Yes.
Okay.
They don't have a lock at you at the moment, but if they do get, you can hold that. And
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how. I just didn't know how those things actually what they did. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, no problem. It's all in the book. If you read it, it will explain.
I'm trying really hard.
Exactly. It's a big. It's not like
it's a big book, bud.
I read a lot of RPGs, Booster. I mean, it's hard to keep all the rules in my head.
Yeah, I know.
Plus, it's good for the audience to know.
Yeah.
That's correct. That is absolutely.
Our complete ineptitude at playing this game is actually feigned. We do know the rules inside and out. We're just doing it for the audience.
It's true. It's just to put you at ease and to draw you into the narrative of us as a developing RPG group. It's all very meta, you know.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we will. I mean, I don't want to overload a drive because my engineering. Well, I'm not trained at all, so it's -2. Period.
That means you should do it, mate. Crack into it. You learn by doing.
Fine, we'll do it. Engineering.
Oh, boy.
Is going to be about horrible. I mean, you asked for this. Engineering, intellect, and I'm gonna roll it. I'm not trained.
Oh boy. Here we go, audience. What's gonna happen?
Look, how hard can it be, man?
He's going to steal the engine. He's going to
steal
steal
that professional certification.
No more modifier. And you know what? Guess what? I'm going to use my. Do we get boons on this? Can I use my boon on this?
You don't.
We used the boon already.
Do we still have the boon? Yeah.
We used it already? I thought we all had one.
No, you had one to give.
One to go around, I think.
Oh, one go around. Okay. Then we'll see what happens. I got 3.
Not good.
I got a 3.
Okay, now I actually have to check out that is in the book. Fudge.
I thought you read the rules.
Yes, I didn't expect you to use this one.
Yeah, it's 2d6 roll under, right?
-3. How is there a -3 on there?
Because I'm not trained and I'm not trained.
It says the drive
overloading the drive, yes?
Yeah.
So let me see. If the check fails with an effect of -6 or less, the maneuver drive suffers a critical hit with a severity of 1. This check suffers a cumulative -2 penalty every time it's attempted after the first. The penalty can be removed by performing maintenance on the drive, a procedure that requires an engineer and 1d6 hours. So, appears that you have suffered a first-grade failure in critical hit in the system. So,
and drive all checks to control spacecraft server DM -1.
Yes, luckily for you, it's not slowing you down by 1 thrust, which would be the next step.
Oh crap!
So you would be sitting in space.
That's fine.
No magic, right? Okay. Fair enough. Anyone else in the action phase?
I think we've all done stuff. I believe. I think it doesn't roll around again.
Yeah, everything is done, and they are actually not doing anything that you notice. With the next round, starting with the maneuver step, they seem to be turning around. The fighter is turning around and heading back towards the mothership. The mothership is it doesn't need to turn to do what it's doing, but it's doing something strange. As first as there is an energy buildup coming from the enemy mothership.
Oh boy!
Oh no, I've played Free Space 2. I know what this means.
I know, and it's going to mean one of 2 things: they're jumping away, or they're about to just blow us up and run, or try to blow us up.
Femi, roll me a census check, just on the side note here.
Where? Nope. That is not my. I got too many things open up trying to read and do stuff. Sensors check. Yes, education, electronics. Whatcha? 11. See, that is so much better than my engineering.
Yes, you actually do manage to figure out something. The power is being diverted to the jump drive. They are trying to flee.
They are trying to run away. I fucked up. I fucked something up. I think we should just let them go. Being honest.
We were. I think what happened is you tried to boost us up, and then there was a pop in the engines, and we went do 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 do, and now they're powered off.
Yeah.
By the way, the critical thingy is not going to go away until you actually fix it by fixing other critical systems. That the check that takes hours. That's just to remove the -2 penalty you get for trying to override the engines.
I mean, we pay somebody for that, right?
Yeah. Now Freja or Dugar finally says, "Now we need to repair the system during our action phase." I believe.
Yep.
Over the
that is what it's for.
All right, now we're learning shit. All right, I like this.
Yeah, I do believe that's to negate the critical effect. That does, it fixes it permanently. So yeah, the hull damage though you can't fix to combat.
No,
you need spare parts for that, I believe.
All right, so was that the maneuver phase? Are we on to a next phase now?
Sorry, you don't fix it. You don't fix the problem. You just negate it, so it doesn't affect the combat. So they cherry-rig the work. My bad. It's not permanent fix. It's MacGyver.
Yep.
Duct tape fix. Got it.
You just put a rubber band and a teaspoon in like the cam belt or whatever. I don't know how special engines work.
Exactly. They adjust the blinker fluid to the flux capacitor. Yes. I do believe it is your maneuver turn. What is your action? Stay still and dodge.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, they are engaged in a jump drive trying to run away, it seems. I would just let them go.
And what about, well, then we go to the attack phase. They are going to be shooting at you. They are going to use the time they have to try and cripple you while you also there. So if you want to shoot them, you get to shoot first. It doesn't really matter the order, but you just know what they're doing, so you can prepare for that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to shoot the little ship because I've been.
There's a little ship. It's only the big ship.
Big ship's trying to back away. I'm going to go for the little ship.
That's already gone. Both of those are gone.
No, they're
going. They're in the process of going.
I thought both the little ships were blown up, and only
nice place to shoot someone.
I was 1 Wee-Fire blown up, 2 missiles destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the small ship. There's 1 fighter left that is going towards the mothership, and there's the mothership that is shooting at you while trying to open a jump portal.
Cool. Kill it.
Or vortex, actually.
Destroy it.
Well, I'm definitely. I don't know why, but I've been this whole time tracking the little ships, and as it's trying to go towards the actual mothership itself, I shoot from behind and hit it for a total of 7.
The mothership. Yeah.
The fighter.
The fighter. So you should actually get a +2 because it's so close. You hit. Congratulations. You do damage. It's not enough to warrant a critical hit, though, unfortunately.
That's all right. 5 damage is pretty good. I'll take it.
Its armor soaks up some of it. However, they are gonna. What about Landas? You're gonna shoot them?
I'm not aiming for the fighter. I'm aiming for the mothership. So
you get the lockdown bonus of Boon.
Yeah, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, it's free. Why wouldn't you use it?
Oh yeah, of course I'm going to use it. So, Gunner.
Do your damage for you there, if you don't mind.
So you roll. Yeah, I doubt you hit with that. So that goes just. For some odd reason, the trigger is just too easy and just goes somewhere.
I'm just like going. I'm literally gloat. This is what happens. I'm gloating. I'm going.
It's a warning shot, bitches.
See, they're cowards. They're running. It's like they turned their backs on us. I'm just gonna hit them right in the back. Ah, shit! I should have aimed first.
Yes. Okay. Action step. Are you going to just let them go? If they are essentially gonna shoot twice at you again until they manage to make the jump portal. So do you want to let them go, or do you want to try and cripple that before they do?
Gun them down.
Gun them down.
Nobody
So we'll go with
Jacaranda and gets away with it.
So
let's cripple them.
yeah, if you want to overload the guns, I say we can do that. If you want to try, that would be engineer power. You could try and order one of you guys to it.
Absolutely. Get that scaly-headed bastard onto dealing with the guns.
So that's how you order her?
No, I mean, don't use those terms, and I'm a professional. More power to the guns.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain, as you wish. And somebody roll me 2d6, please.
Not
You actually get extra power to the guns. So your guns are going to receive a +2 damage bonus. For the next round only.
You know what? That's where the problem is.
Sensor lock, if I can do it.
Go ahead.
We don't have missiles, do we?
Oh, they by the way plan on removing the sensor lock. Well, so no, they don't, because they are doing astrogation things. So they are too busy trying to jump out. Never mind. And you have a taint lock on the fighter as well.
By the way, guys, on our turrets, they are 2DM. I'm sorry, they are DM +2 to hit.
Yes, that has been established. It's in the. It should be in the in your ship character sheet.
Yeah, on the Home Depot page.
Yeah, it's because it's a pulse laser, so it gets +2.
So you guys should be good to do something to it before it makes.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't been adding it to mine because I took it off of the thing because you told me, oh no, not 2Ds. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, I do believe you are done with the action step. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, maneuver step. The small ship is docking with the mothership. It's off the beaten path. You are no longer able to get lock on it. It's out of your range.
Meh.
Whatever happened
too,
inside the mothership is completely out of your knowledge. The mothership is still available. It's forming up a jump portal. There is a vortex appearing next to it. A red one. Red vortex throwing towards hyperspace. It's trying to escape. What is your action? Next maneuver step, it's gone.
Yeah. So I'm just taking my
pilots can either dodge or try to stabilize the gun to give the guys a bonus on attack checks.
Yes, stabilize.
Yeah, I like it.
Which gun are you going to be favoring? It's only one gun.
Noah, since I gave, Landas the last one.
Fair enough.
So they roll 2d6 plus what, 2? before, or that just happens?
This time I'm going to add my 2 modifier on it because I didn't know I was supposed to. And let's fire it off and see what happens. And then we have the boon with it as well, right?
Oh, actually, that helps both of you. So anything you get over 8 in your pilot check, that goes into pluses for the gunners. So Freja has a +3 modifier. So when I roll that, Femi?
All right, so we add a +3 on top of it?
No, the Freja gets a +3 to the roll, so that's a 10. So you get a +2 modifier on your guns additional for the stability of the shot.
Boom! Get some! Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15 with 11 damage.
That is an automatic critical. The extra damage gives you a second critical. Please roll me your locations. That's 2d6 twice.
I feel like they're not going to even make it through the jump part. This is going to be like, come.
No, we could salvage it. Legally, we could salvage it. That's all that.
True story. They're pirates.
Exactly.
All right. I rolled a 6 and a 6 for extra damage.
Isn't that like the fuel pods again?
No, that's
you just
free.
like glasses on.
I think this is more
Yeah, put the
hull.
glasses on.
That is armor, actually. It loses, I believe, 1 automatic point of armor and then a d3 points of armor, which means it's out of armor. It's just,
I mean,
you can't lose more than 2 points of armor, so it's out of armor.
But
I mean, Landas.
Landis is all on you to disable it, man.
Finish it.
Now that it's
So
unarmored.
you made 18 points of damage total minus the 2 armor because that's all. That hit just strips the armor plating off.
Do I get? I'm just making sure I'm keeping track. I've also got a boon there.
No, you get the
Yes.
+2 to your.
They have the whatchamacallit, the
So I've got
lock on them. Yeah.
All right. So I've got +2 from my guns there.
Another +2 for
-2 for the distance.
All right.
No.
So that's 0.
But that's kind of canceled out because of the stabilization, right?
So stabilization is giving me another +2 then.
So total of +2 to your regular roll.
Okay. And what comes? Oh, bloody hell! Doesn't help if I roll
2 ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't really help. Even considering the boon, that's gonna leave you at 7, which is a miss.
Yeah, I'm just like doing it. I'm aiming, and there's just that massive splash of energy release.
Yeah, and the pieces of armor flying about that deflect the shot just at
I was like, I just aim at the wrong time because I'm like, I take my eye off because I'm like, crap, because I've literally zoomed right in. And then it's like, my hand just drags the gun across, and it's just as you say, it hits a piece of floating armor, and I'm like,
you can see it heading straight towards the enemy bridge. You can see their faces where the armor plate comes up. Yeah.
they are the luckiest.
Action phase. Oh, wait, they shoot you because they still have power in the guns because they decided to be spiteful. Malone, please give me shots.
Oh, yeah. Just to clear, right now it's just a 2DM unless you tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, a DM simple, not plus and 0 modifiers.
They have the same they have the same total as you. It's
So
just
2D minus 2.
differently.
Here we go then. And here comes the second one.
Shit.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's a hit. So that's gonna hit. And that's also a hit. That's also gonna hit since you're only dodging this hand.
I'm wearing stabilizers, so no dodge. Crap.
So let me see. 12 is 4 more than needed, so that's 4 extra damage. So that's 14 points of damage from the first shot. which is reduced by 6 because of your armor, so that's 8 points of damage. You're down by 9 total. So the second shot is by 11, so that's plus 3. That means it makes 12 damage, which is reduced to 6. So total of 15 damage. That is more than 10%, so you suffer a critical hit.
No. We're
So
winged by a narrative parting shot. This is no good. What do we do for critical hits? We roll?
That is a hull hit, I believe. That means you take 1d6 extra damage. I'm going to roll that because I'm spiteful like that. That's 4 points of damage. Extra.
Nice. So
Their only good hits is when they are just this close to getting out of dodge.
Just gotta love the spiteful GMs.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the extra, 20 points of damage from that total. Your armor is really saving your bacon here. That would have been a lot worse if they got full hits.
That's what we paid for.
How much damage are we actually? Yeah, how much damage are we actually taking so that I could have a good numbers later?
I do believe the first hit was.
It doesn't matter. We'll go over it. Doesn't matter right now.
Yeah, it's I need to do it over now before I forget. So that's the first hit is plus 4 to the damage, so 14 minus 6, that means 8, and the second hit was what was it? 1 point less. No, 2 points less. So
8 and 6.
8 and 6. Yeah.
Got
Total of 7. Total of 15 damage in this combat.
So that, like, all those shots, they've just got grazing shots, and it's just the last hit. Oh, that is just galling, you know?
That's because you stopped the aim.
I
we
just
were
love
sitting
it.
ducks while I was like lining up the shot. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, that essentially ends the combat, since I don't believe you have anything you can do to stop them from jumping into hyperspace, so they are out of dodge.
Yeah, and I don't think we're chasing them.
Yeah, unless you wanna jump, open a jump point and get up there.
No.
That sounds like a great idea with the current state of our ship.
Stay on mission, fellas. Stay on mission.
Okay, if combat's ended, let's do a everyone. We need to investigate the damage of our ship and check the surrounding areas.
On it, Commander. I will do my finest for you.
I'm just gonna go, Zadora. Maybe the best thing is for us to secure the good doctor and get out of here before that ship brings any more friends to party with us.
Remind me, isn't the doctor dead? Isn't why the ship was destroyed?
There's a doctor on the planet down underneath. He communicated us from the base, the planet's.
I got you. I got you.
Pretty much.
Right.
Hope you can survive. Good luck.
Captain, I suggest opening up communications with Dr. Vance McDonald and let him know our situation.
Yes. Doctor, there is a response, and on your screen appears the face of Dr. Vance Hendricks, and goes, "You are still alive. This is good news. Perhaps now it is time for proper introduction. I am Dr. Vance Hendricks, the leading xenoarchaeologist of IPX on this planet. May I inquire upon who you are, my saviors?"
Come on, Zadora, you have one job.
Yeah.
Yes, Captain Zadora of the Jacaranda. We have been contracted by the IPX to retrieve your persons and your research from here, as you have been out of communication range for some time. So if you will give us your current coordinates, we will proceed to pick yourself, your crew, and your research up and depart before they return with any friends.
Absolutely. I'm engaging my tracking beacon at once. Please hurry. I think they have allies on the ground. They've been, well, I don't think, I know they have been trying to attack our compound several times. Nelson has been able to drive them away, but we are slowly running out of security here. We are mostly archaeologists, so if you could... Oh, they have started attacking us again. I have to go. Good luck. I'm activating the beacon now. And the transmission shuts off, leaving you in space.
Captain, we need to get down there as quickly as we can.
Yes. Okay. Everyone who's not busy fixing the ship, get into the shuttle, get your gear, get strapped up, and let's go save our payday.
Me. Freja is like, yes, fight.
No, you need to stay here and make sure that the ship doesn't.
Freja, you need to pilot the ship while we're away. Drugar, I need you to see what you can do about these repairs. Get us back in operational as quickly as you can.
Landas can fly the shuttle.
I get to shoot something, but I'm stuck here. Oh, unfair.
I'm going to turn to Freja. You're the better pilot for the ship. You're needed here.
But there was going to be a top battle.
Next one. Okay.
Promise?
Don't push me.
Elbow, promise?
I'm just turning away right now, and I was like, I actually start. Second, the doors closed behind me. I'm actually running for my stateroom to grab my gear.
Yeah. Oh well.
5 minutes.
So, do you want to ask any of the other crew members to come along, or do you leave them to fix the ship?
We know what happens. We know what happens when you take crew members planet side, and we're quite fond of all of these guys.
Exactly. We know what happens to NPCs when you just like, hey, come with us.
It means we don't have to pay them next
blood
time.
sacrifice to increase the pathos of the campaign. I know how it works.
Proud that every NPC we have has been very good to us.
Yeah,
exactly.
All your landing gear somehow has these red torso areas.
These red shirts. I like it. It's quite stylish.
Yeah. So you decide to head down there. I'm going to need an atmospheric piloting role from one of you. Luckily, your shuttle has atmospheric wings, so that gives you a +2 modifier. It's actually designed for planetary environments.
Oh, we dropped somebody. Hey, for the record, we have all sorts of communications. We have these comms, and plus we have walkie-talkies. And Enviro suits, although those Enviro suits that are the plain paper ones, except for mine, the awesome one.
So we lost Whimsy for the moment, Pete. So
you did not. I'm just going to bugger off and just quick coffee and a bathroom break. I'll be a minute. Continue without me. If you need anything inspiring, just try and imitate the accent. I'll give it to Malone to manage. He's our most talented role player.
Let's.
Well, thank you. That is true.
I felt like that's an insult.
So,
well,
this is an excellent opportunity as he's off. Guys, can you post the link to the poll on what's going to be my next campaign? It's also going to be featured on the To Die For. Currently, I do believe Star Wars is on the lead in the polls. So are we going to be getting space magic?
Because people like Jedi,
something else?
Rebels, and Empire, and
yes,
things.
Yeah, I just need to know generally what people would like to see. I'm more than open. This probably is going to be the poll is going to ask about what should I be running on European weekdays. That would be anything between Monday and Friday at some after, let's be generous, 1500 hours GMT, so 3 p.m. English time. That would be something along the lines of 10 a.m. US Eastern Standard Time. That's the one. Yes. So, did somebody post the link already, or is it going awfully right?
I don't have links.
Yeah, I don't think
It should be in the
repost. We can't post links because none of us are mods anyway.
Oh right. Do we have any more from Lawful Stupid on?
Probably not.
Let's see if we can do it the cheat way. I don't have my Discord on. Oh, it's over there. Let me just find the poll.
Happy power.
Yeah, here is the poll. Let's cheaty Mac cheat this thing. Oh, mistake over there. So, if you can decipher how to book that in your in your browser, it shouldn't be too hard.
It's called remove the spaces.
Yes, fill the well. Actually, with the you need to add a dot between the poll and the com, but otherwise just remove the spaces. But yeah, I had to remove that because otherwise it would say, "Oh, that's a .com. That's a link. You naughty boy! No links in here without the."
If you guys have ever if you ever came across links from a webcam girl, you know what to do.
Exactly. Shall I roll linguistics to decipher this? Yes, please roll me linguistics. You get a modifier of +3 for your internet savviness.
And you
how blink fling poop blink fling. How do you pronounce it? Blink fling poop. Yeah, we'll call you poopy. Unless you have a better thing to go. Oh. Yes.
I got my coffee.
Oh, slash videos. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to go and check how that poll is going. Is there any changes since I last saw it? It's still Star Wars on the lead by 43%. Babylon 5 tied with Pathfinder role-playing game, both at 25% of the votes, and Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition getting 1 vote. Thank God for that, because I don't like 5e. I was just pandering to the crowd, trying to see, would you guys like more more Dungeons and Dragons content? Because I can if you really want it. I'd rather not.
Just out of curiosity, when we're talking Star Wars, are we talking Fantasy Flight or are we talking Traveller?
I have not decided on the system. I'm going to leave that to my players. I'm just going to set the time. I'm going to set a date. I'm going to find players. We're going to come up together and say, okay, guys,
fair enough.
Do you have a preference? And the players are going to decide on the system. I'm just going to be there to provide them with problems.
Yeah.
So
there's quite a few Star Wars
semblance of plot.
There's quite a few different Star Wars systems.
Yes.
Hey,
Yep.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Speaking of 5e, we may. I don't know. I may decide to run a 5e. We'll see what things happens here in the next couple of weeks in case people like it. I love 5e. Don't mind doing it.
Oh yeah. I definitely don't have anything against some people playing it or liking it. I just don't want to run it.
I think it's only disgusting.
But if I have to play,
and it's an abomination.
Be the GM.
Yeah. Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with 5e.
No, there's nothing. No, as I said, there's nothing wrong with 5e. It's just I've played 5e for about 4 years straight, so I'm just needing a break there. You know,
has it been out for 5 years? 4 years?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's been out for a while now.
2014.
Good boy, Plinky. You got promoted from Poopy to Plinky now.
Yeah. I was saying that like a Cyberpunk 2020 take on the Martian Revolution in B5 would be quite cool. Like just a different part of B5 that's not so much explored.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of places in Babylon 5 that has not been explored, but most of that is only going to what's I call it open up to other people who already know Babylon 5. But then again, those are our best friends mostly.
That's
All right,
true.
enough for my break.
Okay,
The Dilgo War.
so we are back, and I do believe we were left off with our crew, stuck up in a crammed little spaceship with leather couches and a bar. How barbaric!
Exactly. You know, you tell
The
us a combat
stepping
shuttle.
Here's a shuttle right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
I got the shuttle and everything.
Yeah, it's
So, roll.
You want the coffee cup?
So I'm rolling Smallcraft, I'm assuming.
Me?
Today.
yeah.
Oh.
Even the stripping pole is empty currently because Zadora has not been hiring anyone for that job.
So
Yeah, look, hey, you got to make cuts somewhere.
yeah, it's not
Yes.
defrayed enough costs.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, the male strippers are too expensive for this job.
We have mail here?
Exactly. Malone crossed out that portion of his contract, unfortunately. He actually read it when he got hired on.
Yeah, I'm not good at serving people. I don't have very good balance. I always drop them plates and stuff.
I only serve nations. Radio. Indeed,
I resent to being rent boy.
silly people reading their contracts. Now, which one of you was the pilot for the shuttle
I
again?
think it's going to be me. So Smallcraft. And you said it was a +2 for my modifier because it's got airfoils. Oh, 9.
So do we crash to our dooms?
No.
We do.
No,
You can't pay.
you don't. That is actually suitable.
Shuttle
check
falls, everyone dies.
Check to get yourselves in the atmosphere without burning to death.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
We rolled a
You have
9.
made it to Ikaran atmosphere, where the dry, barren landscape surrounds you, brown everywhere, except at the direction of the beacon, where you can see bright flashes of light traveling short distances quite rapidly as you approach. You can only surmise that there is some sort of firefight going on as you're approaching. The question is, do you want to go in the middle of that firefight with your shuttle and possibly rescue your scientists, or do you want to land down somewhere safer and ambush these people from behind?
Does our shuttle have weaponry?
Your shuttle is unarmed. Only the things you take with you into the shuttle.
That was an
you have.
oversight. How do we miss that originally? Damn it.
I
Captain,
have no idea.
Captain, if you don't mind, now that we're down on land, I think I should be taking over his commands.
Absolutely. Security officer on the bridge.
Landas, I want you to park us just outside of out of the zone of combat. We'll march our way in as quickly as possible. We'll take a quick recon and then attack from the outside in.
Right.
But we've got to be on the movement.
I'm just going to turn to him and I'm going, right, I've got a spot. Landing in 30 seconds.
All right, boys, get ready to jump out. Get on the march. I'm going to activate my HUD. Friend or foe HUD with a scope.
Now, the bad news is you don't have the friend or foe identifications for the scientists, but you do.
That is correct.
And they are designated as foes for now. Anything that doesn't have your friendly authorization is automatically either a hostile or a hostile.
For the record, each one of you have one of the little friendly tags on, well, somewhere on your person. I won't tell you where.
I'm okay with that.
Exactly.
How far are we away from the firefight right now?
Let's go about 1 click, maybe less.
Okay. That suits me just fine. 1 click away. That means your ship has been noticed landing. It's not that unseen. It's but it should give you enough legroom to get there.
Shockingly, they managed to see our atmospheric entry.
I just don't want any scratches on the Ferroro. That's all.
Exactly. It is very expensive.
Yeah. We really like Ferroro. We don't want to get it all damaged and all.
It's my favorite chocolate, man. No way.
Moving on. We're just having fun here.
Once we get once we get into like 5 kilometers, within 5 kilometers of where we're at,
you are 1 kilometer. Like click is a kilometer.
Like a military click. A military click is
a kilometer.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is literally shorthand for
kilometer. You should
know
that. You were in the army. Oh, or the Air Force. Which one was it?
One of the two.
No, you're right. There you go. Then I want to cast life detection. Don't make fun of me, okay? It's late.
It's all good, man. Not everybody knows this stuff.
Okay.
No, my mind just kind of went somewhere totally different.
Guys, I'm not really in the military. I've never served, never fired a gun in my life, but I'm playing one on TV.
It's like being a doctor, man. If you watch a couple of episodes of EI, you should be good.
All you need is the lingo, folks.
A tidbit: 2 people in this chat have actually served in the armed forces. Guess who?
My respect for y'all.
We have one is out of the picture, so you have 3 options. 4 to choose from. Yes.
One is out of the picture. What?
Yeah, one has admitted that has not served in the armed forces, but plays one on TV.
Okay. Who are the other 2 people? I don't know. Who are they? Who else has joined
the military? Mystery. People can guess. Maybe one day you will find out. Anyway, let us go.
I did 3 weeks in the military. I got on basic, and after 3 weeks, everyone at base looked so fucking miserable. I went, right, that's it, back to university. So I didn't last very long.
I did 10 years, so in the Air Force. So yeah, it was that.
6 months. 6 months finish conscription. So
So I am
the middle ground.
So I'm the longest working military person in the group.
Yeah, man.
Basically.
Oh. You should be in charge of shuttle security.
Anyway,
I played paintball. Somebody puts in the chat. Anyways, moving on. We gotta get on this. I played Call of Duty for like 440 hours. It's all good. I know everything.
Okay, right. You land off a click away. So
I cast life detection.
Nice.
This is not the droid you're looking for.
That is not the spell you're looking for. No, it is. It is definitely the spell you're looking for. And these are the fabulous hair that you're detecting. I am called Byron, by the way.
Byron.
That's an inside joke. I think Plinky is going to know that one.
Just for another one, they call me Tim.
You're not supposed to be referencing that here because that's wrong genre.
Right.
We could do Spaceballs.
I'm sorry for distracting, guys. I really want to get back on this. I want to hear.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm running out of air here. I'm just going to open my window.
Get your head in the game, Malone. Now is not the time to be referencing shitty British humor. If anything,
you got it, Captain. We got a mission. The objective is to eliminate the enemy, get on base as quickly as possible. Dr. Vance McDonald is our #1 priority. Secondary objectives is any of the remaining crew, his staff, and any of the artifacts. Third objective is wipe out whatever enemy is here. Let's get moving. Femi, how many of them do you detect?
I don't know.
Right, I need to actually check your
Roll as a
results.
thing.
Roll me the life sense thing.
Okay. I'm psychic, doing psychic things. 13.
You are being a very psychic person.
Your head explodes from
Your
hell.
head
13
fills
is
with
great.
data. Yes. Your new telepathic talents finally at use in proper stressful situation. You can feel how details are coming to your mind like they've never done before. Just
I'm pretty sure my eyes is
overwhelming.
like black, completely black, as I'm just.
No, they just widen like.
That's what it, that sounds. That doesn't sound as cool. That doesn't
No,
sound.
it doesn't.
You're one big brown boy.
Unfortunately, the black is reserved only for really cool things. This is just ordinary success, so nothing to
You're
fight
going to
over
kill
about.
everybody just to get black eyes again, aren't you?
I admit nothing.
Okay, so how many people do I sense? How many intelligent minds?
Intelligent minds. What's the range of that?
It is distance, which is up to 5 kilometers
All right.
from
Sentient
my current
mind.
point.
You detect.
It says, I was reading what it says. It says, reasonably sophisticated and can distinguish intelligent beings from bacteria or unimportant animals in the area. It functions best in detecting intelligent minds. Shielded minds are undetectable. If an individual who the telepath knows is detected using the power, he or she will be recognized.
Yes. You recognize Hendrix. You never recognize it in psychic, so I'm not counting that. But let's just give you that because whatever. I once Hendrix says one mind, so anyway. Other than that, aside of the good doctor, there is 12 other signs of life. 6 of which. 6 of which seem mostly distressed, 2 of which seem very defensive, and 4 seem to be on rather offensive stance, like determined, as aggressive. And then there is 1 significant life form that is not part of this group. It is in another direction, but it is in no doubt intelligent. However, it is asleep.
Okay. This says I also have the approximate location of all these mines.
Yes,
So-
one of these is all of the most of them are about a click that away, while the sleeping mind is about 500 meters away from the main group. The others are like in an area of about 200 meters from each other.
I hate sleeping mines. The last
Is it
time I saw
between
a
it?
sleeping mine. So you have the main group, and then 500 meters away from them is a sleeping mind.
Yes.
Okay.
So about a click and a half is the other one. Main group
Yeah.
is at a
Well,
click.
it's
the other one-
it's not
Click
exactly away from you more, but it's to the side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Parallel.
Yeah.
So
That's the word.
So I will map out and tell everybody, okay, these where all the bodies are located.
All right, guys. Let's take a frontal assault. Keep your eyes peeled. We need to get moving as quickly as possible. That's a good report, Femi. Let's start moving in.
Right, you begin moving in. I do assume you want. Do you want to take the stealth approach, or do you want to make a big ruckus? Somebody's getting flashbacks to episode
This
1.
is actually I'm in command now. I got to make these decisions.
Yes.
Yes, you have command priority. I can't remember what the term is.
We need to come in hot. They're already under fire. Our priority is to get as many of them as alive as possible. I'll take the lead. I'll take the brunt of it. Come on. ASAP. We move. We march quickly.
Okay. What is the terrain that we land in? Is it like a forest, or is it sort of all quite barren? Or?
I thought it was like desert.
Can you describe the scenario?
Yes, it's a barren landscape mostly. It's not flat; it's hilly, so you're not immediately visible. However, there's some ruins around here. City ruins. Seems like it. They start pretty soon after the landing site. They are on several hills. They are old and they seem to be high tech in origin. There's steel beams, several I-beams. You might mistake this for Earth, except for the fact that it's lacking in habitation and local fauna is quite different. Fauna and flora. I get those mixed up way too often. So mostly it's bleak. You have no direct line of sight to the enemy at this point, but if you climb one of the hills, you might get a vantage point, or you might just want to dash towards the location. You have the beacon on your visor, so you know exactly where to go.
Yeah, we're on the right track here. I do like that idea. There's a sand dune up ahead. Let's growl on it. Let's get up on top, get one last look, and then proceed forward. Everybody on my 6. I like that idea of getting up a little bit of height and having one look with my scopes. Or binoculars, even.
All right. You move towards one of the dunes. During this time, Femi loses contact with one of the scared minds. Whether or not Femi lets you know, that's up to him.
I let him know. I'm like, I think somebody got shot.
Shit, we got to get on this.
Yes. Next step is you get on top of the dune, which is about 700 meters from the battle ensuing. So you can on top of the dune, you can actually hear the shots of the PPGs being blasted.
Oh boy.
The fire is much heavier from the attacking side. Defensive side seems to be small arms, while the offensive side seems to be carrying something much heavier. The military minds may want to roll military tactics or heavy weapons to recognize his guns.
So everybody but me.
Yeah, here we go. Finally, something I'm actually good at.
That sounds like a weapon. On a 6, yeah.
12. That is great. Guys, I think we need a Worcester.
Yes. What?
Oh no! I was gonna say I was gonna interrupt, but I said, "Oh no! Go ahead and we both rolled 12. What would you like to inform us of?"
Yes. Right. You both rolled 12, so you definitely do recognize that these are guns mainly sold by Narn in the black market. These are some heavy grade Narn weaponry. Essentially some of the heaviest ordnance you can get your hands on.
Oh boy, we're going up against some Narn. That's some Narn firepower going. We gotta rush over there. Everybody, hustle. Double movement. Let's go.
All right. What, like athletics to fucking league up?
Yeah, that's a good one. Athletics. Let's make it like they do it in D&D. This is one of the good things. It's a group roll. Since there's 5 of you, top 3 count. So roll me athletics. I think in this instance you can choose whether or not you go with endurance or swiftness or just pure muscle.
Oh yeah, you know which one I'm going for.
Well, it is all the same for me.
So -3.
Zadora's not the strongest person because he sits mostly in a command chair all day. But
Holy
just the thought of
moly.
being shot by heavy weaponry is enough to, give him a little bit of a incentive.
Oh, this is
That
gonna
is
be hard.
hilarious. I rolled a 2 and a 1, even though I still have a +3. That's so good. 6 for the Malone.
Wims is doing rather well.
Oh, you know what? I should have done endurance instead.
Exactly.
Oh no, it's athletics. Never mind. I don't have athletics endurance. I have athletic strength.
Well, yes. Let's make it so. You guys all receive a bonus to your initiative for the combat that is to come. I do believe 7 means -1. Malone gets a -2, and Whimsy gets a +3. Great Lord has not rolled yet. Wait, that was Great Lord. Landas gets the -1, and Femi gets a -5. The initiative
I have
for
3.
going in like.
Hey man, this is my power. Okay, right here. Eric, up
That's
here.
all right.
He's like miles behind. I'm like going, bloody hell, I should exercise more. I've like got a stitch, you know.
I'm actually carrying the stupid heavy armor, so it's
It's an excuse, yeah, sure. And Femi's excuse is Dad never took him to play ball.
Like,
And he
so
never took him to play ball.
I
Sorry.
just got this image
No
like
catch.
Doors there is like in this PT coat, he's just in a t-shirt and running shorts and just some trainers. He's forgotten like the skin suit, you know.
A headset on and a Walkman.
Yeah.
Let's get some Guardians of the Galaxy shit right there.
hey. While we're running up, can I try to communicate with Vance? Open up a channel with Vance McDonald, see if I could get through.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, roll me communications.
Oh boy, that's not good. In fact, nope. Well, I'm just gonna roll it with because I'm not unskilled. So here we go. Comms, communications. Is there even a thing for that?
Yeah, that would be electronics communications.
How
If
about I
you don't
just
have
roll?
electronics, then it's -3.
How about I just do roll 2d6 on the thing,
Yeah, sure, do that.
and then we'll just do the minus that has to happen on top of that. It's gonna probably be -3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're not gonna. That's not gonna work.
Doctor, if you can hear me, we're on our way there. We'll be there in a few minutes. Just hang on. That's it. Literally all I wanted to do.
Yeah. During this trip, Femi, despite the great tiredness, notices that one of the scared minds is now unconscious. It's or sleeping, whichever.
I don't say anything about that. I don't want to worry them.
Good call.
Oh, also, you notice another sleeping mind.
Man, these dudes just fucking fall asleep. All right.
This one is actually pretty close to Hendrix.
Yep.
Now, next is the beginning of combat. So everybody roll initiative.
Can I do my military tactics at this point to set up a perimeter, angle of attack, and give us a little bit of a boost?
Yeah, military tactics, I do believe, allows you to start the battle with extra bonuses. So you have given your people commands to go that way and this way, and you go behind it. I'll dig under, and you will fly above. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Here we go. Keeping it simple. Boom. 11.
That means you get a +3 bonus to all your initiatives. With the minuses you got from the athletics.
Which for me is going to even out.
So +3, but -5.
Yeah.
So -2. All right.
Malone is actually at +1.
Yeah, combat skill, right? Is that where the initiative is at?
Yeah.
There it is. And it's always intellect, right? Or dexterity?
It's which one you choose. It's up to you. Do you go with your muscle memory or your brain power?
Yeah, well, I'm super bad at dexterity, which is odd because that's the weapon that I use. That's what I need for fired weapons.
Dex. And I had a -1, but then I've got what, +2 from Noah.
Yeah. So that'll be this.
So I should be rolling a +2 with the way I'm working at, I think.
Yeah. So the bad guys are going to be operating in 2 groups. So they're going to be. Let's see.
Malone got a 10. Landas got a 13.
We're missing 2, I believe. No, 1. We got Whimsy, Femi, Malone, Great Lord. So we are missing.
There's only 4.
It's all 4. Yeah.
I feel like it's like
5. So
there's 5
because Zadora is like hopped up on fear. Like, I gotta get out of here.
No, it's just a little bit of that space cocaine. He likes to take it just before mission.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hey, look, it's. I got some stuff left over from the time I was in the military.
Oh, okay.
Whimsy's going first.
So he's hooked on crystal meth then. Okay.
Shit.
No, this is modern day combat stimulants for the advanced Earth Alliance soldier. It's nothing like that.
Well, Wims is going first. Landas is going second. Third is going to be group 1. Sorry. No, Wims is Zadora.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be Femi. No, Noah is before Femi.
Wes, Landis, Noah, Femi. Wes, Landis, Noah, Femi. In that order.
And the last is
Bloody hell!
Last we have the group 2. So you managed to be faster than they expect. Enough. Okay. First to arrive is clearly your illustrious Captain Zadora, who finds himself facing backs of two heavily armored assailants who are clearly bringing down pain upon fortified defenders. These guys are going like with not even aiming at the shoulder, but just holding the gun that is so heavy that they can't even use the shoulder mount. Well, one of them is doing that, and the other one has a standard issue rifle of some species, which you have not seen, but they seem to be laying down waste. They have a single human at their feet that seems to be tied down.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay, I arrived there quite quickly. They're not expecting me. Can I line up a shot and just try and shoot the guy with the heavy machine gun or whatever it is, just in the back?
Yeah, you definitely can do.
Go prone and just.
Yeah, that's
how many minor actions do we get?
You get 1 minor action, 1 normal action, and you can split the normal action into 2 minor actions.
Okay, so for the purpose of whatever I'm doing, what I roll? Just gun combat with.
Just gun combat at this point. You're not getting any bonuses, but he's getting penalties to his defense because he's not noticing you. So you have to hit the target number of 6. Well, actually, let's make it a boon for you. So it's target number
right.
8.
I just look. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. He can't see me. So
yeah, the boon is not doing anything for you, but you definitely hit. You get a +3 modifier to your hit, your damage actually.
Okay. Yeah, 11.
That actually goes through his armor. Nice. All these pens and none of them have ink. What the fuck is this? Yeah. This one isn't even working. Yeah. Why do they keep these around? Finally, a pen that works. And it's a pencil. Yeah. Group 1.
No, is that a pen or you just pretend that's a drumstick?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so that goes through its armor. And it gets hit and it screams out. Yeah, Zadora gets the first hit in. Next is, I believe, Landas, who arrives at the scene. Do you arrive at group 1 or group 2?
I would have been following Zadora there.
So group 1.
Yeah. So I'm literally going to be heading for the far, I probably won't be crouching behind. So Wesley, just so I get it clear in my head, did you actually, drop down behind anything? Or
yeah. So like I imagine we're on a hill, or we're coming over a hill or something. So drop down, go prone, aim, and then just nail them in the back with the Oricon, whatever it is. One of the Babylon 5 space pistols. Oricon EF7. Yep.
Yeah, the EF7.
So what I'll be basically doing is I'm not going to be just dropping right next to him. I'll be moving off about 5-10 feet off to the side, going to the next bit of cover, getting myself firm behind it, and then popping up and taking the shot at the... So the guy that he took down, did he actually just drop down fully, or did he just scream but still standing? That's the thing.
No, he's still standing, definitely.
Oh,
You're not going to one-shot him with a pistol. Let me tell you that.
I'm just going to try and concentrate fire, then and just take a shot at him also.
What happened to your illegal gun? This would be the best place to use it, on the ground.
Okay, and...
That is a fantastic idea, Femi.
The Centauri boarding pistol.
That's not a boring pistol. That was a bloody capital gun you could have got.
It's good to use it to,
It was like the equivalent of like one turret laser shot.
That's a hit with +2 damage.
Okay. And let's come on. Go up. Combat. Roll those. You said +2. I forgot to roll the modifier. Sorry.
+2, yeah.
So the base roll is just coming up as 13 damage.
On a pistol.
So 15 damage out of pistol. That's a Centauri pistol, baby.
Oh, that makes sense.
Superior Centauri engineering.
Oh yeah.
So that means 7 damage is going through that guy. So ouch. He definitely is feeling that one.
Oh yeah, I'm dropping down behind whatever cover I've got.
Yeah, the cover you have provides you with 4 points of armor, and you're 1 point harder to hit.
Okay.
So they need a 9 to hit you. Remember that. Okay. Next off is Group 1, who are like, somebody's shooting at us. But in alien language, of course.
That was good. That was real good.
I didn't know you could speak alien, man. I'm impressed.
Dude, that was really good. I like that.
I know like 17 languages. Hey. three of them are
So they were
from
real
outside
languages.
the solar system. Anyway, yeah, they turn around and they're definitely opening fire on you.
Oh shit, we're no longer on the shuttle.
That means they need to choose a target. So they have 2 targets to roll at. So I'm gonna see what they do. Yeah, both of them are going to be Cortas, I'm afraid.
Oh crap! I'm crouching. I'm going for you.
Now let's see what the. I'm just gonna do d6 and do d6. Oh well, that first one was a d6. So, well, oh fuck, that hits. Even through your armor. The other one does not, though. That stops in the ground before you. And let's see what the damage is.
And this is when Femi thought, man, I should have brought a med kit or med supplies. Oh well, we'll be okay.
Okay, that is let's see, the extra over hitting you, so it's 5 more than that. So
Yeah. So
19 points of damage minus your armor.
Yeah. So my protection for my armor is 9.
Did you count the barrier? Which
I
gives
haven't,
+4?
which is +4. So I've got 13 at the moment. There.
So 19 minus 13 means 6.
Right. Where am I going to be taking this from? Right there.
Yeah, they use their minor actions to carry on in the local cover, giving them the equal bonus.
Yeah.
+4.
I feel like I need to buy new armor if I make it out of this alive.
We had a chance at Earth.
Yeah.
Remember, we gave us like 60 or whatever 60,000
I
spend
have
for
30,000.
Retroactively.
I totally forgot about that.
We've had a contentious week, so it's been one of those things. What else? We're all good.
That's all your fault for not doing it during the week. So no excuses.
Yeah.
So retroactively,
Stop
how
getting
common are grenades on the civilian market?
Uncommon. There are
it's
some
okay.
people who have
I know
access
a guy.
people who sell
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. We brought with ourselves a build yourself own tank kit. Didn't you know that?
Exactly, you know. It's like
Instant
an IKEA
tank
tank.
and only water. Yes. Right. Getting sidetracked again. Group
Sorry.
1 is done for, and it's Noah.
Oh yeah, it is my turn.
Noah
love it.
arrives at the scene. Is it Group 1 or Group 2?
I don't know what that means. Group 1 or Group 2.
The first 2 people encountered Group 1. So this is your tactic. Do you want to focus on Group 1 or Group 2?
Let's go for Group number 2.
So you are attracting the Group number 2's attention.
Yeah. So I run up, drop down on one knee. So that's my prone action, or prone bonus action. I take aim, even though I'm not using that mechanically. I have a scope, and my HUD gives me a +1. And can I fire in 3 burst mode with my PPR rifle that allows me to do that?
EVG, and yes.
And
Yes, you can. That means you can use either 3 attacks, or you can do 1 attack that does do additional damage. Or was it
Let's
3
just spread them out. 1, 2, 3. Hit all 3 at once. And I'll do all the rolls here in 1 second, because I can do that real easily. Here's number 1. Do I get penalties on the second and third shot or not?
I do believe they all use the same.
All right. Cool.
If I'm wrong, we'll check that between sessions and
Got it.
forget
So
about
the
it.
first one I hit a 6, 11, and an 8.
6, 11, and an 8. Yeah, definitely. These guys are not expecting it. However, the 6 is not gonna hit.
That's
But
fine.
the 11 and 8 are gonna hit. 11 is getting 3 extra damage, so that's 2 against the guy. And the 21 damage is, well, that's actually the same, almost the same as the one with better hit. So are these all different targets, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you
First
only
one,
got
that's
2
why I
targets in group 2. So
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
so one of them is gonna get well. That's 2 different
I missed
targets.
on one of them, and then I just
Yeah.
readjusted my aim, and
Yeah.
now I know how to hit the other 2.
So you definitely have the attention now. 22 minus 8 is math 14. Yeah, and the other one is 1 damage less, so that's 13. Yeah, my math is almost working. But okay, you have their attention definitely, as both of them seem to budge under the impressive hits that you provide. And next is your psychic, who arrives at the scene with panting of breath.
Whew. All right. I'm going to aim at whoever I saw Malone shoot, because that's the last person I saw shoot.
Yeah, he shot all of them. So
yeah, I picked the fight. Oh, he missed that guy. I'll shoot that guy, and I'm going to aim.
He hit both of the guys that.
Well, the 3. You said it was 3 guys, or it's 2
no,
and 2.
2 guys. He shot 3 times. Yeah.
Oh,
Which
I see.
one?
Even better. They're both shot. I mean, I hit 1 and 1, so pick one of those dudes and kill him.
I pick one. I just pick one. I'm like, all right, shoot that guy.
Yeah. Well.
All right, and I aim.
No psychic mambo jumper.
No, I know. I gotta see if I make it past this first round first. Then I do.
Hey, Femi, if I might make a suggestion, if you
Yes.
use your bonus action to prone, that might make you harder to hit. Right now, you're the only big target. You're standing straight up while we're like half crouching, or at least taking aim. I'm just giving you a choice. That's all.
Yeah. The minor action gives you 4 points of armor and 1 point of defense, so you're harder to hit. But you can do that after shooting, so.
Yes. Like.
Or if you aim instead, you could get a bonus to hit them.
Yes. Yes. You know what? I'm just going to shoot. I'm not going to aim. I'm just going to shoot.
Okay.
And then then I'll do. There's so many things.
You're rolling that one.
Choices, man. Last time I got shot 3 and I went down. I'm just trying to avoid that from happening to my squishy.
Lucky for you, you actually get the boon because these guys did not expect you. These guys act after you. So that means you got a 6 and a 5. That means your score is actually 4 more than it shows. That means it's a 10 against 8, so you get +2 to damage. So 15 damage with your PPG, which is impressive. And it goes to that guy, and that guy is down.
All right, and then I go prone.
That guy's down. He's out of count. So.
I've just got this image. You're going, oh god, thank goodness. Oh crap, bang, and then you just like
pretty much
just put it sideways.
You go, yeah. Anyway, right, it's now group 2, which is only 1 person. I don't know which one it is. Is it the guy with the big gun or the guy with the small gun? Let's see. Evans is the small gun. It's Evans, so he's the guy with the small gun.
See, I still get shot.
I know, it's just which one is still standing. Now they choose the target. So they turn to look around, and let's see. One is the sort of heavy target, and the one is the soft target. So 1 and 2 is the soft, and anything above that is anything above that is the big hard target. So they're going to be shooting the poor bastard that is called the soldier.
It's okay. I will save your life again if I have to.
No, that's all good. That's what I'm here for, folks.
Right. This guy is actually hitting you.
Wow,
So
nice.
he has the rifle.
Oh god.
23 damage.
How much?
23 with the
23
aim
damage.
bonus added.
All right, so now I'm prone. How much cover does
You get
does
plus
that
4
give
the
me?
damage. Plus 4 armor.
All right, so +4 armor, and my rating suit's already at 11, so that's 23 minus 15. How much damage is that?
7.
7.
Oh, is it?
No, 8.
8. Yeah, that's 8.
Come on, man. We're all
Man,
adults. We should be
Math
able
is
to do
hard.
addition.
Math is hard. That is always
We're
been.
mapping on stream,
Guys,
guys.
I
Because-
honestly cannot hold numbers in my head. That's my problem. I can do
Oh
advanced
no,
math,
it's 22.
writing
It's
it down.
7. It's not 23. It's 22. So 22 minus 15 is 7. So
Oh,
All right, I'm
7.
going to take
Me-
7
me
from
and
my
you are-
endurance then.
Oh, sorry, it is 22. Yeah, 7. Where were we
I
getting
was right.
23 from?
Listen to the
someone else
GM.
said 23.
I just want to let you know that if I would have shot
Oh,
me,
it's no
I would
one.
just be dead.
Yeah.
I would just be dead.
That hurt.
Right.
Oh, mother.
Now we go back to Mr. Zadora.
Yeah, sure.
With the group 1, where the fight is much more even at this point.
Yeah,
Keep it
so
out.
Zadora is heroically no longer shooting people in the back, but he is aiming and carefully laying down as much firepower as he can. So I have auto 2, so I will aim and then do 2 attacks. Right, that's an option.
That is an option because I do believe your gun has auto 2, so you can do
Yep.
two attacks without penalties. Yeah, I do believe the
Damage
first
there.
one is a hit. That is. Which guy was it?
The gentleman with the large weapon. The guy
The
tagged
large
earlier.
weapon. Yes. You managed to give him additional wounds, but he is not down for the count yet. Right. The second shot does not connect. Fair enough. Now is, I do believe, Landas.
So I'm going to pop up again and aim at the nice big heavy gunner there and try and take him out.
Okay.
Let's go. There's my gun combat energy weapon. Is there any modifiers for us?
No, it's just you have target number of 9 instead of 8.
13. So I think I'm hitting.
Yep, you're hitting. Definitely, you gain the 4 additional points of damage, which is exactly what he gains from the armor he gets from the cover position.
So I'm negating the armor. That's fantastic. Good. Right, let's find my combat. There's my PPG. Bang.
Yeah, you should have just done that. So, yeah, the damage is superficial at best.
Yeah, so that is going to be 10 automatically. I keep forgetting to put the modifier.
Yep. Okay, that's it for your round, and it's now group 1. Group 1, the guy with the big gun goes, rah, rah, rah. He stands up
So
from his
good.
cover, takes his big gun, and goes, thus the enormous amount of 5 attacks.
Landas, you took a turn?
Yep.
Did we skip my
The
turn at
which one
all?
of you gets the?
No,
gets the-
you're going to be after
Group 1.
these guys.
Yes.
Uh,
Zadora, Landis, group 1. Then you,
Goes-
me, group 2.
3 on
forgot.
Zadora
You-
and 2
yeah.
on Landas. So
Okay.
Had Landis and Femi backwards on my list, that's all.
let's see how these go.
Stop rolling 1d6.
I'm all the shots that miss. What? It doesn't work that way?
Okay. Yeah. 3 shots on Zadora. All miss. Two shots on Landas. Both
taking
hit.
a sluck.
Oh, that's not good.
So 5D.
You can use a reaction, can't you, to dodge or?
Yeah, you can die for cover.
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna be doing that. Just when I actually see I'm like I've aimed and I'm like going, oh shit.
Yeah, that gives you extra 4 points of armor, but
Yeah.
they're still hitting you.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, but and here we go. These are the damage points you're getting.
You're dead.
And all of them negate 4 points of your armor.
All of them. Right, hold on. So I've got 16. Right, so I've got. Right, so I've got 9 armor.
8 from cover.
Mm-hmm.
And your natural armor on top of that.
Right, so I've got 9 from my suit plus 8 there. That's then giving me 17.
Minus 4.
Minus 4. So that is then on to 13. Okay.
So 3 and 4 points of damage.
3 and 4. Right. The way I'm gonna do this is if I stop pulling up trying to pull up Femi's sheet, is I'm going to put 3 points on my endurance there, and I'll put the 4 points, onto my dexterity. Oh yeah, this is bad, guys. It's on my pool for strength is currently 1. My pool for dexterity is currently 3. My pool for endurance is currently 3 also.
Yeah, when you do that, I need to let you know if you have damage to all 3 of your stats, that is going to be heavy medical attention required, unless it's attended by first aid before it becomes permanent.
Yeah.
So the best option here is to get first aid within a minute and get one of those stats out of damage, and you can go like, oh, this is easy to heal.
So
well, if you don't, that's hard to heal.
So would it actually be better for me just to take instead of that?
Take it on endurance first. That would be your best bet. Endurance is there just to soak up damage first.
Yeah, okay. And just keep my dex up, okay. Because I've got endurance 6, so it's just going to reduce my endurance down to nothing if I do that. There.
Yeah. Okay. And all those guys wondering, I'm allowing these guys to choose which physical stat takes damage first. Usually it's, I do believe it's in standard game, it's always endurance. I'm being more lenient about it. You can take it any way you want. Mm-hmm. It can be your strength or your dexterity first. It's up to these idiots, what they do.
It doesn't have anything to do with the first game that I almost died, is it?
No, nothing at all.
No, look, you should have at least 2 or 3 PC deaths a campaign to keep things fresh.
It is character building.
It is.
It does build character. Dying definitely builds character.
Always. Anyway, let's get back to the matter at hand. I do believe after group 1 also has the rifleman still standing, who has not even taken damage yet. So he stays in cover, more worried about staying alive and untouched, and decides to shoot on the guy that didn't get shot. That seems like a smart idea. So Whimsy. No. Zadora gets shot.
Lucky the protagonist. Come on.
I'm shooting Whimsy from this other universe. No,
I thought we were friends. I see how it is. I
will kill you.
Yeah, he's sharing the love.
He has also auto 2, so he's using both of those. And he hits with 1. So he gets extra 1 point of damage to that. So Ow.
Oh god. Oh god.
Ow. So you choose the stat that goes down first, and then you choose the stat that goes down second until all 26 points have been met.
Okay, so I have
How much
4 cover
damage?
plus 8
That's
protection.
8.
So
Yeah.
that's-
No, you have 4, but I'm assuming you go. But
No.
plus
Do
8,
I not have the extra protection on my dress armor originally rolled up?
Yeah, you
Remember?
have the
Like,
dress armor. It has the extra protection, I believe. The
Eight
Obviously,
protection
we're
damage
wearing
increases.
whatever the best armor you have at the moment. We knew we were
Yeah.
going in combat.
Yeah.
It's not like the situation last time where I fucked up.
yeah,
Yep.
there you decided to go intentionally with
Duct tape
Subaki,
armor.
so-
Yeah. Duct
Yeah.
tape armor.
So,
Okay, yeah, so
you got 16
What's-
points of armor, so that's gonna save your bacon here. So
yeah,
you're
so
gonna take
that's 10. So
12.
I'm going to take so 12 points of armor. So yeah, I will take 14 damage. So I will
No.
take
10 points of armor. Yeah, sorry,
10,
10 points of damage.
10 points damage. Right. Okay. Can I just do that all on endurance till it's sort of down to like 1?
No,
Is it-
you have to take all of the damage that you can take from one hit. So if you take endurance, you have to take until you either run out of damage or endurance. Then you move on to another stat.
Okay, cool. So if I get to 0 endurance, what does that do to me? I guess.
You're tired. That's it.
Okay, champion.
Your,
Yes,
your
I'm-
breath
I'm
is
very
knocked
tired.
out and you're stunned, basically. Like,
Not stunned quite
Yeah,
yet.
I mean-
But yeah.
Champion, cool.
But
I will take 9 on endurance, and then I guess the rest on dexterity or strength. One of the two.
your
Either
choice.
both of them are 4. So
probably strength since you have to shoot with endurance.
yeah,
with
strength.
dexterity.
Okay, so I'll take it all on endurance and strength. Yep.
Yeah. 8 points of armor from cover saved your bacon.
Yeah, for real.
For real, because you have 7 hit points left. Well, yeah, luckily only one of those hits.
Yep.
Right, fair enough. Now it is time for Noah and Femi to deal with group number 2.
Yeah. I'm going to use my bonus action to advance. How many are left? 3 guys?
One guy in your group.
1 guy in my group?
Yeah.
Oh.
The group 1 is about 20 meters that way. Behind
nice.
some ruins.
All right. Well, the guy that's in front of me, I'm going to pop up. And sorry, I don't know why I did that. And let's take a triple shot at him. I really want to put this fool down.
Please kill him. Please.
I totally want to destroy him. Here we go. Here we go.
This sounds familiar.
I'm sorry. I have to do like a whole bunch of button pushing. Here we go. Here's number 1. Number 1 hits for 4. Number 2 hits for 8. Number 3 hits for 7.
Right. None of them connect. I'm sorry to say. As he has armor points, he has defense of 9 for cover. So yeah, you miss all 3.
That was just that's lucky because did you see his damage rolls for those?
I know. They're great.
24, 21, 22.
I almost thought about aiming first, but I said I should probably save my for like a going prone or I don't know. Doesn't matter. I pop up, do 3 bursts at him, and he
you
just
can't
launches out of
aim
place.
you can't aim when you're doing auto attack. Sorry.
Oh.
That's the thing. You can't aim and auto attack at the same time.
There we go.
It's basically like kept firing. Okay.
Only single shots can be aimed.
All right. In
No,
that case, and do I still have my minor action then?
Yep.
Let's see. This one would decide here real quick what the best.
Meanwhile, let's go to Femi. You
Yeah,
decide.
let's just move it. I'll just get back down on one knee and take cover again.
So
One guy standing in your immediate vicinity.
but I see Landas and Zadora are hurting.
There's a lot of gunfire coming from that direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm such a nice guy. I'm going to like run over to where Landis is and attempt to provide first aid.
Fair enough. You can't make the distance and provide first aid on this round, but you can make it next to him.
So basically, I can move and then that's it.
That's about it. You're not fast enough. Your previous character would have with his cybernetic enhancements, but you do not have these. Anyway, okay. That's Femi done. Then it's group number 2 with the one guy behind cover going, oh yeah, this is how you want to do it. Yeah, Nangas all Centauri. Shoots back. Doesn't even aim. And yeah, let me just go back in time and do that. Yeah, he also misses. Oh, wait. He gets +2 to that one. So, yay. So he hits with one shot. And he does that much damage.
Oh, you're dead. 24 damage, folks. That is quite a lot.
That's actually on you, Noah.
Oh, nice. No. That's fine. Even better, because that's my whole roll. It's 24. So that would be 15 worth of damage reduction, if I'm correct. So 15. So that's 9 total damage. Oof. That is a major hit. Let's see what happens. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 6 damage brings my endurance down to 0, and then I'm going to take the remaining 3 and bring my strength down by 3. Is that a correct action?
That is correct way to do this. Yes.
All right, so in that case, I get hit badly. Oh, and that's it.
You have absolutely massive amount of hit points.
That is my role. I am the tank, folks. That is literally what my role is in the game.
You have more hit points in one stat than Zadora has. Almost.
What's this? I hear my name being taken in vain. I'm sorry, as the captain and the protagonist of this series, I resent that.
Yes, of course. As the antagonist of this series, I can call your name in vain anytime I want.
Oh, because
haven't you seen those good GMing guides? It's meant to be a collaborative storytelling experience.
You would think so, but no. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's group 2 done for. Now it's back to the protagonist, Kun.
I'm shot. Leave me. I heroically overcome the burning pain of taking gunfire to my body, to my precious body, and try and put it down if I can do that. Otherwise, I just sort of lie in the dirt and I writhe around.
On that note, now remember it, your armor is actually ablative, so you lose 2 points of armor from that.
That too, good man.
Was that Noah or was that Wesley?
No, that's me.
Wesley's armor is degrading because of the fire he's receiving.
This is a damage indicator right here, guys.
Yeah.
See those big green numbers? Yeah, that's the enemy. Yeah, so can I shoot back or am I too fucked up?
Oh, you can still action. You are not. You still use your normal stats, and if you have added those to your character sheets, it should automatically count for the penalties you have. So you add them as temporary modifiers with the proper number.
Right. Okay. I think this is correct, right?
just-
So yeah, auto again, 2 auto shots at the gentleman who just shot him.
Yep.
Ooh. My aim's off. My hands are shaking. I'm not used to actually being hit with weaponry. That's Malone's role.
Yep. That is now Landas' turn to save the bacon of his dear friend and captain. Or does he let him be shot and be promoted to captain himself?
Traitor. Traitor.
Yeah.
I know you're working with him.
By the way,
Slowly turning my pistol onto Zadora. No.
To be continued.
Bum bum bum. I've been working with the pirates all along. Right now. So
Oh no, the glasses are tilted.
this
You
is
look like
this
you've been
indicates damage.
melted.
right.
When the glasses come completely
Again.
off, that means I'm dead.
You look like a Ken doll that's been put in the oven.
Not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for like some just to start cracking up there. Nope.
Nope,
Yep.
nope.
It's
He's got a human sense of humor now.
So Landas, what is your action?
I'm just gonna keep aiming at that big guy. He's been murdering us. I need to get him down. There.
You could use. Do you have any grenades on you?
No, I don't.
Hmm.
I'm kind of regretting not having that.
I know. I feel like we messed up.
Listen,
that
remember we
night.
talked about this, guys. You guys have
No, we
stuff that you
said
can just
we
say like,
should do
I have
this.
it. There's
So
a magic locker room. There's a magic locker that is full. I have so much weaponry in there. That you guys could just say, I have a smoke grenade or something.
A W space.
I'm guessing the 8 won't hurt. Or would that?
The guy who stood up, yes, he's going to be hitting because he actually did the dumb thing and stood up. That hits
Nice.
with 0 points of bonus damage.
Fair enough. I'm not going to complain. I'd rather just get the hit in. Right, hold on. Combat. Trauma. 0 modifier.
10 damage.
10
10 points of damage. That is not enough to take it down. His armor takes most of the hit. I'm sorry, guys.
It's what it is.
I'm just slowly just like dragging myself around this rock, trying to get the best angle between myself and the other two, just give myself the most cover there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm honest with you. It's 2 points from total collapse, system failure. So
You can also take a bonus action to aim next time. That's just what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
yes. Okay. It's now
Group 1.
Femi.
Oh, mine?
No, sorry, that was Landers, so it's group 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Group 1 still has both of the guys standing, and only Landers left behind. Landers is alone fighting these two fuckers. Wait, didn't you go down last turn? Like, dive for cover?
Well, I dived for cover. I've kind of
Means you shouldn't be able to shoot this round. Well,
right.
my fault.
Okay.
Didn't notice. So, whatever. You missed. You like almost missed anyway. So this damage is superficial. We'll just keep it there. So, there seems to be trouble in the other direction. So the rifleman is just gonna leave the berserker alone, and berserker is going to go on you. So let's see if I can find that. Yeah. I think you're dosed.
Yeah. I might be dead.
I like Traveller combat. It's like the Dungeon Crawl classics of sci-fi.
The
I
first
mean-
one is plus
It's
2.
painful. It's very painful.
It seems that way.
The second one is plus 4. So yeah, that doesn't seem to. No, it's plus 3 only. Yeah, never mind. And the last one is plus 1. So 18, 24, and 13.
Yeah, hold on.
I think you had 16 points of armor total with the cover.
17. I'm still assuming we're going down 4.
Yeah.
So 13.
Now you don't get an action next turn. Remember that, because you're diving for that cover like a proper Centauri does when being shot with non-weaponry.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. So 5 damage. Yeah, I can.
That's 1 damage from the first hit, which you can put anywhere you want. The second one is 5 damage, and the third one is soaked by your armor. So
Right, hold on. So
1 and 5.
1 and 5. Right. So that's me out of strength. Right. So because of where all the hits, 1 hit point. That's all I've got. That's all
You got 2 stats in 0.
2 stats and 0, yes.
You're down. You're out of. You are bleeding.
Yeah.
You're down on the ground and bleeding.
That
1 hit point left.
that last hit did it. That's what did it.
Yeah, you pass out.
Luckily, Femi's on his way over there.
Yeah. Well, he just went the other way.
Really?
He went for Zadora just last round.
No, I went for Landas.
For Landas.
Oh, right. My bad. Okay,
good
so it's Noah now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Light him up.
sorry. Yeah, he had several targets there to choose from. Ooh. I'm going unconscious here from like pain. So the rifleman stays there and he decides to shoot for. Well, there is 2 people standing. One of them seems to be not injured, so he shoots at Femi.
Oh boy.
Takes aim, so gets bonuses to hit.
Yeesh.
So let's see if that hits. That does not hit. Femi is safe. Whee!
Am I in a one-on-one battle with this other guy now, and he's going to shoot at me?
Yes, you
Nice.
are. But unfortunately for him, you act first,
Oh yeah,
so it's now yours.
yeah. So here's what
I'm
I'm
getting
going to do.
confused in this all this fire.
How far?
Is it like it's a real
What's the
firefight?
distance from me? What's the distance from him right now? I can't.
It's short, like short enough for all your PPGs to work on full efficiency. This is you can imagine this to be an urban environment, except all the buildings are rubble.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. Then. Well, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting up, and I'm going to really take aim at this guy, and then I'm going to make one big blast around on him.
Fair enough. Take your
So I'm going to
shot.
take. What does the aim do for me?
+2.
Gives you +1 to hit.
+1. I'm sorry. +1. Yeah.
Just
+1. +1 per aim, and you can aim up to 6 times if you have minor actions to do that.
Oh, wow.
These all stack until you either stop aiming or shoot.
I see. All right, so I'm going to take my 1 bonus action to aim at him, and I'm going to add my modifiers, and boom. Oh, need to add the modifier, then I add the 1 to it. That should be a 9, I think.
That does hit him, even though he is in cover. Barely hits, no bonus to damage, so you do the whole 12 damage, which is minimal. So he's
That's a lot of ones you had though.
That is a lot of ones. I mean, it's 1, 1,
that
1, 1.
unfortunately means he is not down.
Oh,
He is not down,
nuts.
he's still standing.
Got nuts. Got it.
And after that, it's
Hang
Femi.
on. I want to yell at my friends. I want to yell like, Femi, take care of them. I'll take care of this guy and get on over to help you real quick.
All right.
I want you to die. Pow, 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 pow.
Right off,
Alright.
next guy. It's Femi.
Yep. I get over to Landis and I'm like, you like useless sack of shit. And then I do first aid.
I'm just going,
Moral
I'm
encouragement.
taking the bloody shots for you instead.
No, you don't. You're unconscious, maybe.
Damn it.
You're like,
So
You are.
He twitches in protest.
That's a good one.
I can do a medic roll.
There's just a wee twitching of the finger.
Right. Okay. So yeah, medical. Just you have medkit. Which TL is it?
What's up?
You have a medkit.
Yeah, I can. I did not write it down though.
there's 2
it's
medikits. You
plus
have one
one.
and I have one.
Yeah.
It's a +1 medikit, so you get a +1 to your medic check from the kit. Roll against 8, and anything you get above 8, he is healed. You succeed automatically on it. We'll just see how much damage you do by it.
Where'd my thing go? Medic 1. Submit 12.
12. 4 points of hit points. 4 points of stats recovery for Landas Cortas.
So it's better for me to put it back into one of the other pools than...
If you can max out any pool, that is awesome, because then you don't have damage to that, and you are like, easier to heal. 3-stat healing is horrible. But if you can't, well, just be glad you're stable and not dead.
Right.
I just look at him, I'm saying, let me hear you call me useless ever again.
It's like, okay, so I'm just going to put it all back into Dex there.
Okay, that's cool. Next is group 2, which is the
One guy.
one guy
It's
who's
one-on-one
going.
fight. It's killer.
He decides to go. Well, since there is only Landas there, and not Landas, Noah there, he decides to go. Well, okay, shoot, and
I'm going to
one
do
of them
the
hits.
dive or dodge.
So,
Yeah.
hold on, this is...
if you dive, you don't get attack next round. I need to enforce that because I keep forgetting it, and I let you shoot when you dive.
Yeah, well, I've just been doing or dodge.
But roll of cool, whatever. Okay, so one of them hits. That means he does the minimum of damage, which is 5d6, and that's 19 points.
All right, that's gonna hurt some more.
4. Before your armor, and your armor is quite impressive, I believe.
Yeah,
11 plus 4, 15, so 4 points of damage, and you can easily take that in a single stat, I believe.
Yeah, that is exactly what's happening. 1, 2.
How much health does Noah have?
Amazing.
No, he's just nothing but He's nothing but muscle and armor.
Yeah.
Just look
This
at
is
the
true.
man on the Twitch stream before you. What do you expect?
So if you can imagine an out of shape wrestler from like the 1980s, you know, one of those with the beer guts, but still the huge muscles,
Yeah.
kind of like the old Hulk Hogan used to be. That's what I'm. Nothing but endurance and strength.
He's this big guy who goes in the cafeteria. He trips everything off of the table because he's too clumsy. But then he lifts the 200 kilogram table off to clean it from underneath, and then drops it down. Like not lift from the one side, but from both sides, and with the legs swipe everything out and put it down back.
And usually the
Okay.
cafeteria tray is full of food, like completely ridiculously spilling over. Anyways, that hurt. Let me tweak some more damage. Oh, Actively bleeding in.
Oh,
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm getting a sneaking suspicion that maybe some of this armor is not actually armor, it's just that fat from the beer gut stopping the shots going any further in.
We
Nonsense.
admit nothing.
His lunch is 200 chicken breasts plus spinach. Get swole. For use in chat. Chicken breast and spinach and protein shakes is what he consists on. He's really cheap to feed. The rest of us are on caviar and brandy, but you know.
Right. Okay. It's it's back to Zadora.
Okay, yeah, I am 0 in 2 stats. I assume I'm lying there heroically, sort of leave me, or passed out, or it can operate on 2 stats.
Are you 0 on 2 stats?
I'm 0 on. Right, remind me how this works, right? I can soak the damage that I take as stat damage, which is what I did last time when I was hit. I had 26 damage, of which I soaked 10, so I had 14 to distribute, which I distributed amongst 2 stats, which was endurance and strength, which combined together are 13. So I reduced them both. So I assume I'm passed out or something. Yeah, so 0 endurance, 0 strength.
Okay, so you are absolutely unconscious as well. The only one living there is Femi.
I twitch heroically. There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
Time for psychic mambo jumbo, perhaps.
Is psychic mumbo jumbo? I mean, that's a strong thing.
Just point of play. What is happening with our scientist friends who are meant to be like firing back? Have they fallen silent and are just sort of watching this with binoculars and popcorn?
They're scientists. They're not people. I mean, they're not.
We probably should pause. Because there's another stream on this channel in like 30 minutes.
Well, this is dramatic enough sequence.
Yeah.
Half of your group is down. 3 enemies are still standing.
Yep.
And it's up to Femi, and even Malone is on his last legs.
Yeah.
The combat in Traveller is truly lethal. Now, gentlemen, it is time to end this podcast.